do this thing. So we did the first level. Again, this takes place as a second protagonist. So in the first game and the first expansion, you are F.E.A.R Point Man. Or maybe it's F.E.A.R Pointman, where, you know, Point Man is the person's surname. It's the same dude across the first game and the first expansion. The second expansion, it's a separate team, a separate F.E.A.R team, and you're playing as a separate F.E.A.R operative who just so happens to have the same bullet time superpowers as the initial lad. But we're the events of this game, as I understand it, they run parallel with the events of the base game, which means that at the very beginning, we heard them talking about, yeah, we're supposed to capture F.E.A.R and all this jazz. When it's like, yo, we thought we took care of F.E.A.R in the base game, but yeah, the notion that we're investigating things alongside the same time that the base game is happening. We of course were being supported by two homies, and of course we got separated by those homies. I don't think anybody's died, at least not yet, but you know, we know how this goes when it comes to games like this, especially in the base game and the expansion especially. Some awful things happened to our party, our party members, or our teammates, I suppose. So, yeah, so we'll see. Welcome back, Mr. Adam. Adam, can I ask what kind of ice cream is your chosen flavor? Because, of course, there's no wrong answers, but and you know that I'm a fellow lactose intolerant lad, so I have to live vicariously through your choices. Alright, so we got both of our homies. Some cinnamon ice cream. Now, Adam, you are the second person in less than a week to inform me that cinnamon ice cream exists. I didn't know that it existed until you brought it to my attention. Also, oh, I can't make it any bigger. Okay, I was gonna try to make the text bigger because it's already set to large. I can't make it larger. Or never mind. Because yeah, the text is a little bit small, obviously. You're suffering, yeah, because as a fellow lactose intolerant person, yeah, it can be sufferable sometimes. The good news, of course, is that there's things like lactate. There are things to make it less intolerable. Whoa, we fucking really? This pulps people? 2 bullets in the head and he just gets liquefied? That's awesome. So no, but it's like, yeah, just the notion of the struggle and the pain. I understand it all too well. And of course, yeah, there are things to make it less shitty, but still, not great. It's a good flavor, yeah, because I'd never even heard of it before, and you and JD have both informed me that it exists, and it's apparently incredible. So it's like, damn, I'm missing out, dude. Have a cool ice cream place nearby. Yeah, that's awesome. So it's so it's like a ice cream shop, and they sell it prepackaged as well. Not like at the grocery store, but like you like go to the place to get it. You take 2 of them ahead of time. Yeah, it's like that's the way to do it when you know ahead of time. And I don't usually have lactate on hand, but I mean I've experienced it. I've microdosed, if you will, on lactate, and I've also had lactose-free ice cream, which, oh wow, the daily double. Lactose-free ice cream works surprisingly well. I was skeptical when I was first introduced to lactose-free ice cream. I was like, I don't know, we'll see. Shot that guy's arm off apparently. But no, it's actually quite good. I've had 0 problems with it. But like I said, I also try to like limit ice cream intake, not just for lactose intolerance reasons, but also for caloric intake reasons. I try to stay relatively, somewhat pretend to be healthy. Do you like all the qualifiers added on that? So, you know, for a number of reasons, I try to abstain. However, I will confess, if I'm sick, like if I've got like the flu or something like that, which hasn't happened in a couple years, but you know, before I would get the flu vaccine, every once in a while I would get the flu, and some ice cream on like a sore throat, oh my god, it's a godsend. So that would be, you know, more often than not, a huge relief.
We don't want you walking into a crossfire.
I think I will grab the pistols actually, just because that's getting very low on ammo. Oh, I only get 1 pistol though? Oh, it showed 2 pistols and I got excited. Yeah. Oh, there we go. You just have to pick them both up. There we go. Yeah, I'll take both pistols because that gun is incredible, but I've got like 12 bullets left. So we'll just do it that way. They just scoop it. Oh, even better. So it's hella fresh. Yeah. That's awesome. Just run 2 3. Yeah. Or I could exercise. Yeah, it's like that's pretty much what it comes down to, Adam. Either I exercise more, or just exercise. Exercise more implies that I exercise now, which I don't. But yeah, it implies that I need to either go for more fitness donut in my mouth. Oh, also, we got more of that gun. So never mind, I'm going to exchange this guy. Or eat healthy. Eat healthier at least. And I've been leaning into the latter for a while, but yeah, that's a plan we know. But yeah, there are some good lactose-free options. There's some so-so ones, but I think Blue Bunny makes some lactose-free options that are pretty good. There's a few other, you know, name brand ice creams, grocery store, like, recognizable names that offer lactose-free options. I think Lactaid themselves makes a brew. Did I shoot their car? I sure did. Jump in the cack. There we go. Oh. Ouch. And I just fucking liquefy him. This gun is incredible. The fact that it just fucking instantly gibletifies these lads is incredible. I would have never guessed. That's a gun so innocuous would explode them so good. You both? Yeah. Excellent. That's awesome, Adam. That's really incredible. Yeah, no, Adam, obviously I don't want to, like, you know, it's none of my business, obviously, and I don't want to, like, bring too much attention to it, because I don't want to make you feel, you know, I don't want to make you feel like I'm calling you out or anything, but I know you've been doing a lot more, like, healthy stuff over the past couple years, which is awesome, because, I mean, yeah, I know you just mentioned that doing the, fitness as well as eating healthier, it's like that's some good shit, man. It's like I have a couple of the friends that have also, like, in the last couple of years have taken on lots of, you know, very nice healthy habits, because, you know, as we all exit our 20s and begin our 30s, or sometimes we're well into our 30s, it's like we kind of look around and we go like, yo, my metabolism ain't what it used to be, and, you know, these things are not getting easier, so to speak. In fact, they only get harder as we get older. So it's like it's better to start those good habits, or healthier habits rather, earlier on, rather than, you know, wait until we're in our like 50s or something like that and be like, oh shit, I've got to change or else something bad's gonna happen. So that's some good shit, baby. That's what we like to see. We like to see, like, you know, positive, life affirming choices and whatnot. Good shit, fam. Good shit. Roll around of, yeah, it's really fucking strong. And that's the thing too. It's like it's kind of hard to find ammo for it, but it's so good. Oh boy, CRT's on sale. Oh, the bulletproof, shatterproof glass, dude. What's that about? Dude, that's incredible, Adam. Yeah. No, like I said, I wasn't gonna, like, you know, I wasn't gonna, like, be like, talk about weight loss necessarily. Obviously, that's one part of it, but just, you know, pro health shenanigans. That's the good shit. The good shit. Also, Mr. Void, good to see you, bud. I also, oh my. Void's like, that's not the only thing that gets hard as you get older. Oh my, Void. Oh my, good to see you, bud. Good to see you, Mr. Void. We are playing F.E.A.R. This is the second expansion. Also, we're in an outdoor area, temporarily at least. I feel like the first expansion, there's the Armacam building, which is smoldering in the... Oh, wait, no, it's not smoldering. It's still, you know, intact. So we're on the exterior right now. But Armacam was the corporation that we were infiltrating in the first game and the first expansion. And I just feel like we rarely get outdoor adventures in this game. It seems like it's usually indoors. But yeah, here's some Armacam security details. We saw a dead security guard over yonder, so their presence is nearby. Very, very Black Mesa-esque with their, like, domineering presence constantly. Small flat panel. And oh, you're right. Yeah, where was it? Yeah, they got a small one. That guy, yeah, that's like the 4x3. Actually, no, that might be a widescreen. That might be a widescreen monitor, but yeah, they've at least got that guy. Stuff getting hard. Yeah. I've heard that these things get a little bit trickier as we get older. All right, so we've got a few options here. Of course, never mind. That door is locked. In fact, never mind. No options allowed. Oh. Alright, so I don't think I can smack the camera, although I don't know if I necessarily need to. Grab that health pack real quick. Very good, Void, thank you. Thank you for that delightful amount of TMI. It's never TMI for me, Void. You can never... In fact, it's... NEI. Never enough information. Whoa. Okay, so I'd mentioned that this game... Specifically, this expansion, this second expansion, takes place in a sequence that runs parallel to the events of the first game. So, when you see shit like that go down, it's like, alright, let me think. What big explosions happened in the first game relatively early on? It's the right amount of info. Some people say Void goes too far. I say Void, you don't go too far enough.
They're missing a Delta Force team. Worse, they sent them into the data center without telling us.
Great. Let me guess. They want us to find them.
Professional courtesy. Rescue and recon, then.
Roger that.
In fact, yeah, at one point, not too terribly far into this game, this expansion, we had a vision of that one lad who disappeared from the first game. Very early on, he disappeared, and like they spend 2/3 of the game trying to look for him. We get a vision where that guy was like stalking us, even though we've never seen him before, never interacted with him. He was on the separate team. He's like still like having a vision with us in particular. Kind of reminds me how Jin had a vision with him shortly before. Spoiler alert! Shortly before she died, by virtue of those evil psychic lads. Also, I don't know if these guys are mean. As in the first game, these guys wanted to murder anybody. That included us. I think I can't assume that necessarily right now. Oh!
He's over here!
Are you mean? If you're gonna go for me, I'm gonna go for you. Yep, he's gonna kill me. Okay. Good audio, by the way. Alright, so the fucking bridge broke. Ain't that some shit? I heard more noise, by the way. Everybody okay? Yep, everyone's fine. Yeah, everyone's fine. How are you? We're sending someone over there. That was a boring conversation anyway. Sorry, I don't have to do the whole thing, but I wanted to. Yeah, so these guys, unsurprisingly, are aggro to us. I mean, they're aggro to me now, especially because I'm murdering them. But before that, they were going to be aggro to us. So, same kind of thing here. The security detail from Armacam, not the evil replicant soldiers. These are guys that are like, you know, normal dudes that have their own agency. They're being implored to silence any witnesses. That includes us, the good guys. Also the bad guys, but especially also us. Haven't gone too far enough. Now, Void, I want to lie to you, Void, and tell you that that's something that I came up with, but it would be a lie. It's not something that I myself came up with. But it is something that I have appropriated, lifted, if you will, from other sources, and brought it into my own personal brand of bullshit. So I encourage you to spread that as much as you would like in other forms, in other places. So that's a direction to go. However, this ladder makes me excited, and also drinking water makes me excited. So I will do both, water and ladders. And the game is being far too generous. Look at all this ammo. I was just saying how ammo for this gun has historically been hard to find, and now we're sitting pretty. Alright, so that's where that happened. So we got pretty good ammo there. Shotgun ammo's alright. Still not a ton of grenade ammo, but that's fine. We don't need grenade ammo, especially unless we're talking about those big armor lads. So for these bad boys, that's something we just hang on to for whenever we see the really big bad guys that cause those difficulty spikes that we all know and love.
Keep your focus. Get to the data center.
I was trying to get them both in one swift volley. There we go. Oh! And those lean mechanics can help out a lot, honestly. What's it say? Old Town Historic Underground Tours. Very good. And they say to keep my focus and not get distracted, but it's like, oh, but I want to take a cool like haunted house tour or whatever that's supposed to be. Where I'm full health and full armor. Wow, that never happens. And of course, that door is locked. Unsurprising. Also, this is an appreciation post for mid-2000s vehicles in video games. How they are so frequently blocky messes. But you know, in this game, they don't look half bad. They don't look half good, but they don't look half bad. So I feel like this game, they get a pass. You know, it's like some games, it's like oof, squares with like rectangles with square wheels. But this game is like they're all right. They're all right. The second expansion I think came out in 2007, I think. So, you know, technology had evolved. And these guys are thoroughly more armored. I like that Doppler effect of, well, it's not really a Doppler effect, but just the speed up from being slowed down. It's makes me happy. It's the simple things in life. And also I'm noticing that none of these guys are wielding this gun that I have, this mega overpowered gun. Honestly, they're missing out. They got this like chump change SMG, this like, you know, they're handing those SMGs out like candy, clearly, because they got the chump weapons, whereas we got the Scooty Puff Senior badass weapon. All right, nothing else up here. Yeah, I was like, you know, I'm always looking for secrets. I'm always looking for hidden alcoves with ammo, or even more importantly, those health extenders or bullet time meter extenders. That's probably the way to go. However,
ATC is hiding something big, and we're caught in the crossfire.
I'm wrong. That way might be the way to go. That's the right way to go. Let's go the wrong way first. Yeah. Okay. Well, I can break glass. I mean, that makes me feel big and strong, like a big strong man just breaking shit. Here we go. Yeah, like these things, these health extenders, health boost, permanently increased forever. Whether you like it or not, your health is increased. Fucking deal with it, fam. Ooh, checkpoint. I will accept. I accept your checkpoint. Hell yeah. Alright, so only one way to go. Wow. They mentioned being caught in the crossfire, because, yeah, we know in the base game, from the events of the base game, that, yeah, they're trying to cover up the events of Project Origin and a few other things. Which the name of this expansion is Perseus Mandate. And the Perseus Mandate was itself, oh, nice, a separate project that was undertaken by Armacam, as well as Project Icarus. I think there were 3 of them overall. But there was other stuff going on too, because in that first sequence in the sewers, there was that one lad that threw a knife at us and then like dipped out like a ninja, and it was some dude that I'd never seen before. It's also worth mentioning in the intro cutscene to this game, it showed 2 lads with faces, which presumes, of course, that they're, you know, main characters in some respect. We saw 2 dudes in a cutscene that I'd never seen before, I don't think. Oh, same place, okay. 2 dudes that like had some kind of cool outfit that I'd never seen, and they were posing menacingly, you know, looking very, very bad guy-esque. So I wonder if there's like other factions that are happening here, not just Armacam and the replica soldiers, but if there's other stuff going on. So caught in the crossfire, I would say, is a grotesque understatement of like what's really going down in this shit. There was another dude. Maybe I somehow was sneaky with my loud fucking murder gun that I've got. This gun does not seem sneaky, but maybe it's getting the job done. It was over there. Also, because, once again, same kind of, I wouldn't say this is a problem necessarily, but same kind of thing as the first expansion, the areas are much more widespread, or spread out rather. And because the areas are more spread out, I'm not really having a lot of opportunities to use grenades, which is a shame because grenades are fun, but I like the variety. If there was any critique to be made against the first game, the base game, oh, in fact, I'm gonna let this play out. The only critique I could think of is that all the environments were the same. They all took place in office buildings and whatnot, which was cool, and the combat was excellent, but I like that the first expansion mixes it up, and so too does this second expansion. That first expansion especially, you had like, you were fighting in a church at one point, and like the catacombs underneath. You had some outdoor stuff, you were in a hospital, you were in, oh, you're immediately gonna see me. I was gonna say, I don't think they're done fighting each other. Waiting for that dust to clear. Oh, yep, now they see me, yep. I like how the ATC guys... Oh, they're all ATC guys. Yeah, those guys are as well. Okay, so they're not replica soldiers. Okay, so they won whatever they were fighting against, presumably. They wouldn't dip out to fight me unless things went well in their favor, I think. Alright, more armor, more shotgun ammo, thankfully, yes. I could always use more shotgun in my life. Shotgun ammo in my guns. Happy die. I need this shotgun to grow up big and healthy. Big and strong. I'm guessing the Den Mother, that's referring to like the main F.E.A.R group, the group where the primary F.E.A.R point man belongs. That's what I'm assuming. I assume you have evidence to support these claims. Yeah, surprisingly, yeah, they actually won against the replica soldiers. Because, yeah, the ATC guys in the base game, it was just these, like, light armored guys, and they didn't really put up much of a fight against the replica lads. But if these, like, more armored guys were able to take down replica lads, that's an interesting sign that the ATC folks might be a more, venerable force that they were in the previous game. Previous games, rather. Offline, well, heck. You can't actually break it. You can only, you know, make it sad temporarily. I can't make it sad forever. So here we are, the front door of the building. So I can't just walk in the front door? You kidding me? You mean they've locked the front doors to jabronis like myself? I can break the glass. It's almost the same thing. You know what? I'm curious about something. You see these large trucks, how sometimes they have supply caches inside. Anything over here? This would be a sneaky place to hide something. Nope, no sneaky things. Okay, well, I had to check. Check the trunk of this, or the truck bed of that truck. Nothing. No. Just with a shot. I'm always like jumping for areas like this. It's like me in real life trying to see over these barriers.
About time, Sergeant.
Oh, I was about to fucking unload.
Fingers and toes.
You did good, Sergeant.
So these are our buddies. The guys we got separated with.
In the building.
Separated from, rather.
No sign of replicas on the satellite.
We proceed with extreme caution. We still don't know.
So we actually have some friends here
I want an immediate
that are
feed of any
alive.
and all data collected.
Copy.
Stay close, Sergeant.
Because our friends in the previous games, bad things always happen to them. Let's see if these guys buck the trend and actually don't die a horrible, painful death. Unlike literally everybody in the previous games, rather. Yeah, Den Mother. I'm guessing, okay, maybe Den Mother is like just the HQ. The HQ that like communicates with the F.E.A.R operatives. Because now I think about it, I think we heard the term Den Mother in the previous games as well. And I think Delta Force, that's like, I mean, that's like, there's an actual Delta Force in real life for that matter, so that's like, I guess like US military operations, I'm guessing. Yeah, we got two friends, and they have faces and they have names. Like, wow, what a concept. I hope this means that they have some longevity. Oh gosh, well, lots of death. This is a familiar sight in this game. In this series, rather. Any comment? Are we gonna acknowledge any of this?
Replicas do this?
Not their MO.
Are any of the other teams reporting anything at all like this?
Negative. Looks like we got a unique situation on our hands.
Unique.
Yeah, we.
Jen, what do you make of it?
Now let's see what we got here. Multiple gunshot wounds, lacerations, and evidence of blunt trauma. Whoever did this is thorough.
And
These are
brutal.
some nasty motherfuckers we're dealing with. Proceed with extreme caution.
Yo,
We still
Spike
don't know what's
Spiegel,
in
by
this
the way.
building.
Motherfucking Stephen Bloom. Yo, that man could read a goddamn phone book, and I would be entertained by it. I could listen to that man's voice all day. I need a woman. I'm sorry. I just think about that one Gianni clip where it's him doing a very convincing Spike Spiegel impression, and he's like, I want a woman that can just completely murder me. Just completely crush my thighs like a watermelon. I'm talking a woman that can really just fucking end my life, and it's like really weird, but delightful. Yeah, Mr. Bloom, exactly. It's fucking great, isn't it? Got such a satisfying timbre to his voice. Yeah, more death. More death
Watch
and
your
blood
ass.
and gunshots. Watch my ass. Okay, it's hard for me to watch my ass. I'm gonna have you. Hey, how about this? We'll look at each other's asses. You look at mine, I'll stare at yours. Everybody wins. Yeah, lots of death and blood and overturned couches and murder. And these are just office buildings. So again, this is now we're getting into more of the realm from the first game, the base game. that is.
Great. Some numbnuts tripped the gates.
Also
Building
accurate.
is in
Void, yeah.
lockdown.
Sergeant,
Big vampire
find
boob
some way
lady
to get these doors open and the lights
inspired
back on.
a sexual awakening for a lot of people that I don't think they knew that they had, but
They've holed up on the third floor in a security
But
office.
Resident Evil
Want your
8
team up there now.
has
Yeah,
inspired
well,
some
we're not
folks.
going anywhere till we get these gates up.
Chin, stow it.
I'm just saying.
Then
Yeah,
get
Chin.
the gates open. We don't know how much time they have left.
So I guess it means we're going this way then. Looking for like voicemails we can listen to. Any kind of lore drops.
Sergeant, find some way to get these doors open and the lights back on.
You got it, Spike. The visuals are truly incredible. I was watching GV Gravana. He was playing a game that I'd never heard of prior, but it was at Dead of Night, I think is what it was called, and the visuals in that game were so convincing. I legit was concerned that I was watching a movie and I didn't know it. I was like, there were so many points where I was kind of squinting. I was like, are these live actors? And I'm still not convinced that they weren't. Like it's really incredible. Yeah, what like visual fidelity has afforded us nowadays. Also, this was what we saw in the intro cutscene to this game. The intro cutscene in this game, we saw some lads standing here, unmasked lads that looked like they were posing menacingly, as if they were villains of sorts. Hello, friends. It's me. Your boy. So, this is a familiar sight right here. But yeah, it's pretty legit. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. I definitely want to play. I'm gonna play it eventually. I want to play 7 first, but then I also want to play 5 and 6, and 1, 2, and 3, because I've only played Resident Evil 4. That's the only game in the series I've played like an idiot. I'm super far behind, so there's a lot of things that I want to get to, but no, I want to play because I've heard the gameplay is pretty solid too. In addition to having nice graphics and giant vampire ladies. They already had the... Oh, very good. They're very good. I'm glad it didn't take very long. I know that fan artists, or fan... what's the word I'm looking for? I guess, like, yeah, fan art artists. Yeah, there we go. Kick through the glass. And people who specialize in, fan service art of sorts, that they're getting really good at acting very fast. I remember when... what was it? I think it was the most recent Pokemon game. Oh, come on, I'm gonna do the cool guy slide. There we go, we got there. Uh-oh, we got spooky times. Saw some interference. Shit's about to get weird. There's a portal. We know what happens there. But here, I'll just finish the thought before we get into spooky times. So, with the most recent Pokemon game, when it was first announced, within like a half an hour, literally within a half an hour of that trailer dropping, there was already like fan art, sexy fan art on Twitter and other places of like some of the trainers that they featured. So it's like, yo, people are acting fast, man. They snipe that shit real hot. Well, it's nice and fresh. Watch them for the story. Yeah, because there's some interesting lore stuff too. I mean, the gameplay I think is incredible. And of course, not everybody likes spooky games necessarily, but the gameplay is really good. But also, yeah, the story is surprisingly interesting. Or watching, yeah, exactly. Like, because I think about that too. Like games where it's like I might not want to play it myself, but I like watching other people experiencing it. Speaking of spooky things, so we haven't seen a place like this before. Also, I have no gun, so I'm unarmed. Are these like the vats where the replica soldiers are created? I wonder. Now, who is this jabroni? Oh, Jesus! What happened to your face? Interesting. I've never seen any of that before. We've seen dudes that had a similar thing with their face, where it was like a mole. It was like a smoothened, shapeless mass of skin. So we'd seen something like that previously, but never like that on one of these. Or at least never up close. It was always like kind of from a distance. Yeah, some kind of lab of the science variety. Maybe like a medical lab, but not a hospital. Not like hospital gurneys. I think about in the first game we had so many visions of what we later learned to be Alma. Alma's, like the place where Alma was birthing the super soldiers. Like that hospital area, and the trauma that was associated with it. Also, Cheesy Poos. That means your boy Norton is not too far from here. Everyone's favorite NPC in this game. Norton antivirus, of course. I'm authorized. I'm authorized for this place. Absolutely. Shoutouts to how, like, kind of flat and gray everything looks with no lighting. It's, like, supposed to be dark and spooky, but it just kind of has this kind of muted, flat texture when it's dark like this. But when I turn the lights on,
Good work, Sergeant.
suddenly, like, we have, like,
Open.
shadows and
Let the
whatnot.
D-boys know we're heading up.
D-boys! I don't know why I got excited when he said D-boys, but I got excited. If my first name started with the letter D, and I exclusively only made friends with people who also had first names that start with the letter D, you know, I'd be calling everyone, I'd be like, yo, D-boys. D-boys, squad up! And I'd be like, we'd like hit our button on a watch, and we'd like Voltron into a D-boy mega monster, like a fucking mega robot. Yeah, this is a very cartoonish scene that I have in my head, and it's very normal and well adjusted. And not weird in the slightest. Also, I gotta kick this glass. So I feel like a cool guy. Having a chill day. I hear guns. I think. Do I hear guns? Yeah, I hear guns. Would you kids behave it back here? Whoa! That's the guy from the cutscene. Also, when it went into auto slow-mo. Oh, wow, I lost a lot of health from that, too. Oh, jeez, I'm gonna fucking die. I gotta be careful. No, 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 no! I can get out of this. Is he gone?
Let's
He just... Uh-oh. Oh, I'm dead. I was like, when I missed that shot, I was like, fuck. That's fine. I think it made a cutscene, or a checkpoint. Right after I turned the, right after I turned the lights on.
We're taking fire.
Yeah, we're taking fire, yeah.
Must be the bastards that killed the civilians.
I got you, Spike. And they closed the thing on me like a bunch of meanies. But I know he's here. Fucking you up this time. Oh, got your ass. Okay, so this is not like the dude. This is just a dude. Maybe. Because, yeah, he looked very similar. Yeah, he had like that hat, that like mask thing. I think they're like special soldiers. I think we're going to see several of that type of soldier. He had a cool gun, though. Advanced rifle. I have a sneaking suspicion I'm probably not going to see a lot of this gun. Oh, but it's so cool, though. How much ammo will I... Oh, man. I will lose a lot of ammo. Could drop my shotgun or my grenade launcher. Oh man, tough choice. I feel like I need to use. Man, that grenade launcher is so good though. For like big spicy enemies. Man, this is a tough choice to make. I'm gonna stick with this for now. For the time memeing. You know what? No, I won't. I can't bear myself to part with it. The grenade launcher. It's too good for like the giant scary bad. Yes, this gun might be incredible. We'll see. I have a feeling it's just probably like a really good rifle, and not like a good boss killing weapon like the grenade launcher is. Right. So of course that gate closed. Add this real quick. I'm guessing they did get in the elevator. Maybe. Guess we will find out. So this is well illuminated. That's a good sign. I see blood splatters. Hopefully these aren't fresh. Oh, that just closed in. Oh, wait. Oh, it's just being weird. Okay, never mind. Yeah, it does sound like Spike. Yeah. Well, it's the same voice actor. It's definitely Stephen Bloom.
Roger. What's your sit rep?
We're on the 3rd floor. They've herded us into a security office. I don't know how much longer we can hold out.
Copy. Pick up the pace. Delta Force isn't going to rescue itself.
They won't? Then what are they good for? Okay, I guess we gotta go fast. Although I don't think there's any actual time limit. Just a lower implied time limit. Like so quiet. It's quiet. Too quiet. I don't trust it. Yeah, I was gonna say there should be an entrance. More pistols, more just guns. You know, just lying around on desks in offices. And more cheesy poos. Again, whenever you see these, you can assume that that Norton lad is not too far behind. Or far ahead, necessarily. He's kind of a piece of shit, but at least his presence is well telegraphed. Bah, there we go. Yeah, kick that door open. So this place is a little bit fucked. A little bit very fucked. I like the piece of the ceiling that got taken out too, just or the drywall at least. Or shotgun ammo, very good. The death of like dudes slumped over things, like slumped over couches or guardrails. Oh, why that's so entertaining to me. All right. Oh, this door looks imposing and intimidating. Oh, it just opens for me. Okay, I was like, well, I feel like I'm gonna need to do something here. Oh! We liked my impression of that guy dying. This gun's pretty sweet. It seems like it's pretty comparable to the gun we were using previously. Although these guys are like extra spicy, I think. I think these are like the mega armor lads. Also, you saw how it took out that pillar? I shot that wall like twice.
Does anyone have a visual? We have a situation.
Oh my god, that voice fucking modulator. Yeah, these are like spicy lads. These aren't your grandma's security guards. Although if they are, then your grandma is very well guarded. Hopefully some of them dropped ammo for the gun that I'm using, because this gun's incredible. Also, JD, what's up, buddy? Good to see you, dude. We're in the midst of the second expansion to this cool series, and it's getting weird in a good way. I mean, it never stopped being weird, but we're getting into some new territory, new bad guys, new guns, new everything. I'm digging it though. Cool, like data center room over here, very nice, very fancy. Can I kick the glass? I can't. I just can't jump through it. Okay, well, I still feel cool. Makes me feel strong. Still, which is almost good enough. Let's read their whiteboard. See if we can like. Well, let's see. This game came out in 2007, so yeah, like agile development would have like been starting up as like a common thing. Please clean keyboards. Production teams. Sandwich. Wait, was that? Oh, subclass. I thought it said sandwich class, and I got excited. Oh, so they got like, it's like bitwise or bytewise subdivisions of like bit strings and whatnot. Stationary, yeah. I don't know. It's always kind of fun. It's always kind of fun reading whatever kinds of weird things you might have on whiteboards. When you just get these little Easter eggs, which can be kind of fun sometimes. Does that say free pork chop sandwiches in lobby after work? Pork chop sandwiches? Whoop, hold on, not caps.
Pork chop sandwiches!
Yes, those pork chop sandwiches. Excellent. Free pork chop sandwiches in the lobby after work, man. Void, why doesn't our employer give us free pork chop sandwiches? Although, in all fairness, we're all working from home anyway, so it'd be hard to airdrop pork chop sandwiches to us, but if they did, I would love them forever. Also, more of this gun ammo, which is good because this gun is fucking incredible. Some real next level shit, if you ask me. Wonder if we'll get like a science fiction-y shotgun, because this is like a sci-fi assault rifle. If we'll get like a futuristic shotgun to go along with it, that'd be pretty sweet. More pork chop sandwiches in lobby after work for free. Oh baby. Now I'm gonna go out on a limb and think I need to go. I don't need to, but can go this way as like a sneaky path.
Who the fuck are these guys?
these guys are definitely not replicas or associated with ATC. They must be mercs of some kind. I want to know who hired these guys and why.
And
Find me
why?
some answers.
Agreed. Been on PTO? Yeah, nice. That sounds excellent, Avoid. Have you been playing anything fun with your PTO, or just hella resting? As I would hope that you're able to get in some responsible gaming time in. You're a growing boy, Avoid. We need you to grow up big and strong with a nice and like well-balanced gaming diet, so that your brain is nice and thoroughly degeneratified, like myself. It's very important. Can I kick this down? Bap, bap, bap. I cannot. I do like that bicycle kick, even though it's like kind of hard to use and kind of unwieldy. It's still very fun. Excellent. Yeah, that sounds good. Yeah, that's one of my favorite things about taking PTO is just like just resting and being lazy as fuck and sleeping like a boss. As I will confess, sometimes my sleep schedule gets a little bit unhealthy at times. It's been better over the last couple of days, but I will admit that, yeah, there are times where I slip into some weird fucking sleeping hours. But then, yeah, take some PTO, it's like, oh, baby, I can get, like, hella rest, and it's so nice. Right, so I'm guessing that door right there is probably the direction to go next. Oh, yeah, that's where it came from, right? Okay, I guess it's like cameras or something. I don't know. Yes, a security system. Hard to say. Says we want answers, and I agree with Spike Spiegel. And fuck you, door. This seems like a nice place for bad guys to pop out. Will they want to touch my tralala? My ding ding dong. Are those bad guys? I think that's a bad guy. If he's good or bad, he's dead now. Yeah, so a lad jumped down out of the corner of my eyeballs. Looks like they're gonna pop out behind me. Aha. Or in front of me. Reinforcements.
Can you see him?
I'm sneaky. Whoa, Jesus!
Report. Copy that.
What the fuck was that? Did they? Oh, they probably threw a grenade. I was like, are they shooting rockets at me? Really exposing myself. Oh. Streamer exposes himself on stream. 18 plus.
The area. Yes, sir.
So it's two of them. The deep voices are so menacing. I love it, but it's like, it's wild though. They're being very smart in limiting their, well, they were being smart. Now they're being fools.
Squad, close in. Suppressive fire. Can anyone see him?
I saw that grenade. Yep. Didn't quite get to me. Being very, very smart about like how they choose to pop out of cover. Like by the time I see them pop out of cover, it's like there's almost no time to react. But there we go, we finally got him. This game's AI continues to surprise me and impress me. Oh yeah, I was also been fighting something off. Yeah, that's also true too. Yeah, when you're like fighting something, lots and lots of sleep is frequently a very, very nice thing. Like, I guess there's such thing as oversleeping. As there have been times where it's like, yeah, I would sleep too much and then like have a headache by the end of it. But yeah, if you're fighting something, sleeping in is like the bestest thing in the whole world. Yeah, take that glass wall window thing. Okay, sounds good, Adam. Thanks again for joining in, man. It's always a pleasure getting to hear from you. Hope you gonna have a good night. Hope that ice cream is a nice and good nightcap for the evening. Of course, yes, one of these things got exploded, which means ammo. Oh, except it's standard rifle stuff. Not the fancy rifles that I love so much. But these guys, I think, are wielding the fancy rifles, I think. That's our opportunity to stock up. Fancy rifles, indeed. And one of these, check this out. Boop. More grenades, but I'm already very full on grenades and haven't really had a need to use them in a minute. Also, full shotgun ammo. It clearly means I need to spam my shotgun more. It's giving me full ammo. It's like, oh, that's no good. I need to be more wasteful, more spend more freely. I wonder if you can actually shoot through this. I don't think I'm gonna try to find out right now. It's because it would give my location away, but I do sometimes wonder if that's semi-permeable. Yo, Black Magic, what's up, buddy? It's good to see you, Mr. Dude. How have your streams been going, Mr. Magix? For those who don't know, by the way, Black Magix is a friend of the channel, and he himself is also a streamer friend. He does lots of cool stuffs. Working on the car. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you're doing some really cool stuff to your car. I remember you seeing the pictures on the Discord server. The Twitch St. Louis Discord server.
You guys there at all?
End of messages.
I was looking
I
for
pulled some
his
schematics.
coworkers.
You're gonna need to make your way to the computer core in order to access the mainframe.
Cool. How's the car stuff going? Because, yeah, I remember seeing on the Twitch St. Louis Discord server, you had posted a picture of a new exhaust that you were getting applied to your car, and that, oh wait, have you gotten the car back, or is it still being worked on? Because I remember seeing that it was in the shop having some cool shit getting done to it, which is very exciting. Oh no, I want to do the bicycle kick. Oh, not that one. No. Yeah, sometimes he does that one, but I guess when it's close to a wall. Yeah, I think I was too close to the wall. Okay. Like, I do like doing the jump kick entrance, but I also recognize it leaves you kind of vulnerable. Also, check out this really cool terminal. This is wonky, but I like it. Looks like a little bit like an arcade cabinet, but I don't think it's an arcade game. I think it's something less gamified, unfortunately. Super fucking loud. Oh, no. So it was, like, too much, so you had to dial it back a bit. Because, like, on the one hand, making it loud is, like, awesome and badass, but also you don't want to, like, have the neighbors call the cops on your ass. Yeah. Hey, what's up, Ninja? Good to see you, bud. Let's listen to this one.
You have one new message.
Ooh, okay.
Scott, Walt Gregg here. Word's coming down from up top to dump all data pertaining to an origin. All tangential files labeled Perseus, Icarus, and Synchronicity are to go as well. Something big must be going down.
So this was the word from the top to delete a bunch of stuffs. Try to cover the tracks and
This
such.
isn't the first time Synchronicity has come up tonight.
It's a good
Must be
police
connected
album.
to Perseus and Fettel.
Synchronicity. 79 Corvette, baby. Oh, it's... Dude, I've seen the pictures. It's a sweet ride. It looks like a sweet ride, at least. Some muffler inserts. Okay, yeah. You installed it yourself, adjusted the e-brake. Okay, yeah. Yeah, you strike me as very much a very handy lad, Mr. Black Magic, so I'm sure that kind of thing is something you're quite good at, but I'm sure it takes a lot of time and energy to knock out, where it shall forever stay. Bit of a mess with it. Oh yeah, I mean it can be messy, making upgrades like that. That's just how it is. These things can be messy, but they are frequently worthwhile. 200 miles on it. Oh yeah, I was gonna say if it was just sitting for a while though. Speaking of messy, speaking of messes and such. Yeah, more dead civilians and such, which clearly got fucking executed. But yeah, I know that even if it hasn't gotten a lot of miles on it, if it's just been sitting for a while, that'll definitely do it. I think that must have been it, Void, because yeah, I know I've seen some of those lines before. Stop adding in pipes. Stop adding in pipes. I'm guessing they mean that not literally. Level assignments. Oh, I wonder if this is for like the game, like this game's levels. If like if these are like whiteboard snippets they've put into the actual game itself. Tell Don he's a stupid computer. Oh, a stupid camper. Ah, very good. Tell Joe to get some sleep. Too much of Alma's butt. Oh, okay. Not too sure what to make of that. Yeah, I think these are actual dev notes from the developers. Test TOO. Oh, your level is too hard. Okay. So when they're saying stop adding in pipes, I guess like pipes, like those pipes right there, maybe. Press F1 already. We're tired of watching you get pwned. F1. Okay, I don't know what it does. I'm guessing it's for multiplayer. I'm guessing that's what they're talking about. Because I understand this game and the first expansion and... Oh, what's this? And the... Of course, this... Well, what am I trying to say? The base game and both expansions have multiplayer. This is the drawing laser weapon, where I can do shit like this.
Back up now.
It's kind of a smiley face. Also, I think I heard noises just now. So I think I need to be careful. I don't know, I like the laser gun a lot. Guess I will keep it for the time being. But I don't know if it's my favorite, but we'll see. If I could find more ammo for it, that'd be pretty sweet. Thought I heard voices though, so I think there's lads.
Target is confirmed to be in the area. Keep your eyes peeled.
It's got the voice modulator.
2 or 3 of them.
There are 2 or 3 of me, that is correct. I'm everywhere. I'm everywhere, and also everyone. Also, Mr. Devil, what's up, buddy? But I've heard the Hannibal Lecter series of movies. I guess there's 3 of them, right? I've heard they're incredible. There was also a TV series that I've heard was also really good, but like grotesquely violent. Like very, very
2
gruesome. Like
o'clock. Take cover.
stuff that people might not necessarily be like super bothered by, but yeah, apparently it gets pretty fucking like pretty gruesome to the point where people who are usually down for this kind of stuff are like, wow, that went to a place. Yeah, he's got the lasers as well. They got laser lads.
Report. I'm okay.
I'm okay, he says. Not anymore, motherfucker.
Report. Got it.
Trying to shoot me from downtown. Oh god.
I got 3 men down.
It means only 1 left. I'm just gonna guess that he's somewhat nearby. Also, I heard his voice. There's 2 left.
7 o'clock.
AI is so good. Why is this AI so strong?
Get to cover.
Oh, I just pulped his ass. Very good. Yeah, you're gonna need to take cover after I blow your ass up. Damn, son. That was a very engaging battle. Wasn't this guy? Didn't this guy have a gun too? I killed 2 lads and I only picked up 1 gun. Maybe I picked them both up and I just didn't notice it. Yeah, the AI in this game is really some next level shit. Also, I'm glad I picked this up because now we're getting more laser gun plus cool rifle gun. Also makes that cool noise when you take it out and pull it away. So we got these guys. So that's probably the correct way to go next. But of course I like going the wrong way first. So let's explorificate a little bit more. Okay. I mean, I need to watch these movies myself, so I would request not a ton of details, but I mean, I guessed from the comments that yeah, that the dude in the wheelchair, this little zombie lad was, you know, the things that happened to him are not ill-deserved, as I understand. So it's like, you know, he's not a very sympathetic character.
We need to move fast.
Okay, I think
They've been scrambling to destroy
so. This is one of those
information.
cases where it's like, which way is the right way? I think that's the right way. So I'm gonna check this other direction that has tickled my eyeballs with possibilities. Also, I say possibilities just because this is all marinara sauce. Oh, I've already been here. Never mind, I'm an idiot. That's where we first got the laser that I love so much. Okay, that's the dead end. Okay, there's only one route to go. I thought there were multiple paths, like a doof, like a big old doofus. Oh, okay, yeah. So these are things you learn fairly early on. Okay, in that case, it's fine. That's totally fine then. See, I've heard. I mean, Anthony Hopkins is an actor, even though I've not seen a ton of stuff with him in it. I know his acting skills are top notch. He was like originally a stage actor, wasn't he? Seems like with those actors that begin as stage actors and then they transfer to the silver screen, it's like, dude, they're so fucking good. It's like they're so good. It's like, what are they doing, wasting their time? You know, here it's like they could be, you know, the next like great stage actor. And here they are making bank, admittedly, but it's like their talents are, I feel like, are sometimes not fully utilized. Yeet. Now, I'm impressed with these guys. Even when they're taking fire, they're really good about being very slippery. Really? Wasted like an entire clip trying to shoot that guy. I felt like the bolts were just going right past him. Ridley Scott wanted Christopher. Oh, interesting. Okay. But yeah, then he was like, when he learned more about the character, he was like, nah, I don't want to fuck with that. That would have been interesting having an actual or I guess quadriplegic. Would have been interesting, interesting notion. But yeah, I mean, at the same time though, it's like, you know, you have to be careful, you have to be comfortable taking on a role like that, because I mean, hopefully people would know it's an acting job, you know, it's not like a representation of that person specifically. Obviously, Gary Oldman seems like a cool lad, but just being like, yeah, I don't want to fuck with that. Nah, I can't say I blame him. Yeah, Gary. Yeah, I would have never in a million years guessed Gary Oldman. Except for people just talking about his wild range. If I hadn't seen those like social media posts, I would have had no idea. That shit is wild.
You have one new message.
Scott, I'm not seeing any evidence of a data dump on my end. What's going on?
End of messages.
Yes, Scott. Whatever, or whoever Scott is. So yeah, at this point, there's correspondence going back and forth about clearing out a bunch of data to cover the tracks. Armacam. Oh, that's American Cowboy. I wonder what kind of services American Cowboy would offer. Also, TPS reports, or TPS memos at least. Also, you ever have just a dictionary lying at your desk, just always, you know, just whatever. I just need my desk dictionary on hand at all times. It's not like I have a cell phone to look up the definitions of words whenever I want them. More about, yeah, too many pipes and such. Now this...
We found Delta Force. Repeat, we have
fancy.
found Delta Force.
They'd found them. Is this activated? Should I even give it a chance? I think being fine. Are we gonna be nice, turret? We be bros? Is that a good guy or a bad guy? I legit cannot tell. I think it's a good guy. I mean, I think they can see me from here. Oh yeah, those are good guys. Okay, cool. So here, before I go there, I'm just gonna explore around a little bit. I have a feeling this is gonna turn evil, but it could be a good turret, or at least it could be a neutral turret that I can take control of. So I'm gonna abstain from blowing it up for the time being. That's so, yeah, dude, it's an earworm, man. It'll get stuck in your head. It's not a rule. A lot of people, yep, that understandable. It's a spicy one. Clamp one, eye open. Yeah, that's a good fucking effect. Because I was thinking about that earlier. I was like, no matter how many prosthetics you have, the fact that that one eye was like so overexposed to me was an indication that yeah, they actually had to clamp it open. All the prosthetics in the world can't fake something like that. So that's, you know, shouts to Gary Oldman for being like, yeah, man, I'm just gonna have an uncomfortable eyeball for a while after that. But it makes the scene that much more convincing. Hopefully it wasn't like that for hours, because that would like, or they had a person on hand to like apply eye drops. I guess like some kind of eye drop solution to keep things moistened, because it just seems awful. It's a good song, yeah, it's a good song, and it's stuck in my head too, Black Magic, so I'm right there with you.
What took your ass so long to get here?
It was more than just my ass, sir.
If it weren't for that turret there, we'd be dead.
So the turret's a good turret, lad. Got some wounded lads.
Eesh, looks like my apartment in here.
Jen, I want those back online ASAP.
But they're
Already
alive.
on it, Captain.
They're
What's
alive.
the sit rep?
Grim. This is all that's left. These guys, whoever they are, they're good. Came out of fucking nowhere and took out most of my crew. How are you three gonna take them on?
That's classified.
Any idea what it is they're after?
Not a clue.
We're gonna have to recon the entire building.
I'd like to get my men out of here first, if you don't mind.
What's the status on the medevac? The Black Hawk is on its way.
Stephen
should do
Bloom,
it.
baby. He's so good.
Look at that.
This is not good. Hang on, what's this?
Put it on the main screen.
Give me the encryption codes, and this
It's one of the guys from the cutscene, the intro cutscene, that is.
I just can't. I can't. You mean you won't, Mr. Bristol? You ran Perseus for Harlan Wade. And I know you have the encryption codes. No, it wasn't me. I swear. I don't have the codes.
Harlan Wade from Project Origin,
Mr. Bristol.
in the base game.
The code, the code, the code. How can I be more explicit?
Yeah, this is one of the guys from the intro cutscene, I'm pretty sure.
I don't know what you're talking about. We're
The
gonna
standing
take
lad.
synchronicity with or without your help, Mr. Bristol. Make it easier on yourself. Cough up the codes. Synchronicity was an event. There's nothing to steal. You're gonna recreate the event. You'll need her for that. And she's someplace you'll never find her. Pray you don't.
Now, I thought that was the guy we killed,
We're being watched.
but maybe not.
Kill everyone in the building.
Okay, I don't think that's a live feed.
Bitch.
We've got to move these men out of here and fast. Sergeant, hold them off while we get the wounded out.
Don't look so worried. Just get on that turret.
You got it, Spike Spiegel. Multi-billionaire. Yeah. That was the best they could do after 18 years. I mean, he must have really got messed up. I can't come back to... Oh, I guess I have to... Did I say I have to use the turret? Oh, this guy.
Sergeant,
Take cover. Watch out.
Yeah, so this is the kind of situation I was secretly hoping for, where we would get to use the turret ourselves and get messy. Oh gosh, the turret's taking some damage though. It's limited ammo. Oh god, or limited health. I have a feeling you're meant to not be able to kill literally everything. Like, you can probably do pretty well, but yeah, there might be some limitations. We killed a lot of things though, which is pretty sweet. A lot of lads, a lot of guns littered around, and, well, there would be dead bodies.
Squad, regroup. Affirmative. Watch out, grenade.
That was very satisfying. There we go. Now there's more where that came from. There's, I would assume, yep. A shoot.
Get down.
Get down with your bad selves.
the mainframe should be located adjacent to the computer core.
Is there more than that?
Move
I thought
out.
there'd be more. Maybe it was just that the group up top. So yeah, lots of gun. Lots and lots of gun. Lots of like standard gun, but also lots of like the fancy gun that I've really been enjoying. Yeah, so we got fancy rifles and standard rifles. I've got not bad ammo for the laser. Maybe I feel like I should be holding off on the laser. That I'll save those for like the really spicy lads, the big armor dudes. I think this is where they were coming from. This is probably the way to go next. Yeah, there's a camera on that door. That's exciting. Let's see if there's a way to get up top so I can get the gun and the ammo from up in the above floors. That may not be an option for that. I can grab that health real quick. There we go. Ah, very nice. Yeah, very nice. Sounds like a very well-adjusted and normal human adult person. And not a psychopath or anything. Oh my. I don't know if going through the metal detectors would be a good idea. It might set off some alarms, but this place got messed up pretty bad. Unknown mercenary force, that's correct. Yeah, the Perseus project. So Perseus, Icarus, and Origin. We know a lot about Origin. Icarus, I'm not so sure we know a whole lot about, but yeah, so it's like Perseus. There's more we'll be learning this time around. Find more bad guys and kill the shit out of them. That is the plan. And this begins the second interval, the second of several, probably. There were 6 in the original game, in the first expansion.
From there I can trace all network traffic within the last couple of hours and get a better idea of what they're after.
Aye.
I want an immediate feed of any and all data
Star Wars
collection.
vibes. And I don't even mean like original movie vibes. I mean like Star Wars, like Jedi Outcast vibes. Like that's what this level gives me. Jedi Outcast or Jedi Academy.
The other team has confirmed that the point of Perseus was to train telepathic commanders to work with clone soldiers.
Kind of like
Although it looks
Origin.
like Paxton Fettel was the only commander in the program. Your tax dollars at work, gentlemen. It appears that Fettel was developed as part of a project called Origin. They pulled the plug a few years after he was born. Apparently, something went seriously wrong.
Shocking. Shocking that unethical murder science would lead to bad things happening. I'm shocked. Shocked. Well, not that shocked. More grenades, because I used a few of them earlier. We don't believe in opening doors normally in this video game. We smack that shit open like a boss. Hell yeah. Oh, very nice, very nice. Sweet. So he was drugged and goaded into doing it himself. Interesting. Oh, more blood. Very good. Although I have to be careful about the flashlight usage. That gives away my location quite well, unfortunately. November. Void, I don't know if you're still listening in, but every so often, whenever the month of September or October comes up, I think of that one clip from that one anime you shared with me. Where the girl bursts in the room and she's like, September! And that's the clip, and then at the beginning of the next month, somebody will immediately post a follow-up where the next girl goes, actually, it's October. So that's what comes to mind whenever those two come to mind. Whenever those 2 months, either of them happen. That's what my brain goes to. Cat looked at, yeah, that's the correct reaction, honestly. It's like a sassy kitty cat, like, head tilt, followed by, like, a judgmental look. Oh, speaking of... Oh, wow, that's quite the death pose. Look, I don't even know how this even happens. How do you, like... I mean, well, there's a lot of things that have happened in this room, but yeah, like... I guess if I'm gonna die violently, I might as well have, like, a cool death pose. A weird one. The ad placements, yep, they're all over the place, man. 2007, so, or, well, the base game was 2005, the first expansion was 2006, so I'm guessing, I think, that this second expansion was 2007, maybe also 2006, but still, that era of PC gaming, I mean, yeah. These kinds of advertisements and, or, branded, like, ad placement, maybe not advertisements, but, some marketing placements. Worth noting. One new message.
Message from an outside number.
Ooh, mysterious.
Why aren't any of you people answering the fucking phones? Do I have to come over there and do this myself?
Sorry, Greg, we're all dead. Hate it when that happens. And also, it's very fitting to bring that up while playing this game, because when I think of, like, anime, music, dance sequences, this game is definitely what comes to mind, obviously. Also, these cameras are everywhere, and I'm guessing they know that we're coming. They can sniff us. They can smell us approaching, probably. Whoa! Nitro! How you doing, Nitro? Thank you very much, my friend. The very nice raid. Good to see you, friend. Also, I'm trying to add points, and I forgot to add the thingy. There we go. I've highlighted it correctly. There we go. Nishijo. It's my kind of... I know you specifically have recommended Nichijo to me, Void, and you have, I think, correctly identified that it's like my kind of brand of fucking dumbass humor that I would absolutely love. So yes, well, to answer your question, no, I haven't seen it, but I'm aware of it, and it's because of you that I've been made aware of it. I've heard Nichijo is amazing. I think, Void, you actually sent me the clip of the dude fucking suplexing a deer or some shit. So, yeah, it seems like my kind of brand of dumb kind of nonsense that I'm all about. Are things going, by the way, Nitro? I did see the other day you were doing some more Danganronpa. We're playing more F.E.A.R, by the way. And we got some spicy boys. Little did that I'm the spicy boy.
Report.
Oh god.
I'm all right.
I like ran into his ass.
Squad.
These guys with the voice modulators, it's cool but spooky. And they're kind of hard to fight too, because I mean, that guy shot me a couple times, and I am like at half health now. Half health and and like half armor. So if not for the armor, I probably would have died, honestly. These guys are gnarly. That's the one. Yeah. How'd the stream go though, Nitro? Were you doing more Danganronpa? I understand that when you rated me last time, you were like, oh shit, like it was like a stressful session with shit that went down, so to speak. I hope that the sessions are still fun, but I know that they can be stressful when it comes to that series. I understand Danganronpa is very involved and can get very like soul crushing at times. It just keeps getting crazier. Yeah, no, I'm glad you're enjoying it so much. I have a number of friends where I think I mentioned before how they've kind of dipped their toes into it. They were like, this seems kind of cool, let's give it a try. And then before they knew it, they were hooked. And it's like, dude, this is fucking wild. So it's something I've yet to play myself, but it's something I'm acutely aware of. And I understand there's just a lot to it. And shit gets dramatic and weird and wild. And the mysteries are legit. What is this? Oh my, a new fancy gun. Lightning arc weapon. Alright, well, you know I gotta try this shit out. 8 shots to it too. Okay, well, I want to try it out just to see what it can do. So it's just a lightning sniper rifle or something. Like lightning, maybe not sniper, but just really strong electric shock weapon. I like how we put our old gun in the case too. It's just only, yeah, no, that's exactly it. I was talking earlier how I am awful, and my friends, Void being one of them, I like to think knows that, like, understands that I am a piece of shit. Honestly, that can be the end of the sentence, but I'm a piece of shit when it comes to watching things. Like, I very, very frequently will fully mean to get around to things. You know, it's like there's an unending list of movies and TV shows that I really want to watch. And anime series especially. Oh my god, anime is like is a thing that I'm so bad about watching. And Void and I, we have multiple mutual friends that are really big into anime. And, you know, I've an unending source of, like, good recommendations. So it's not like I don't know what to watch. It's just, I'm bad about carving out time for it. And like Void said, a lot of it is, oh, also I just noticed the lighting. Check that out. When you have this out, it's like a natural flashlight. That's kind of cool. A natural flashlight. Natural fleshlight, even. But no, it's just like Void said, there's only so many hours in the day. You know, I allocate so much time to streaming and to playing video games and for general internet degeneracy that I don't have a lot of time left for watching TV shows or movies or anime. Unless I'm with Gracie, like sometimes we'll watch stuff together on Netflix and that kind of thing. But, you know, of course, I try to pick things that she'll like, or she tries to pick things that I'll like too. So, you know, it's like it's a nice diplomatic effort to find things that both parties like. And there's a lot of things that I want to watch, like Evangelion, that I don't think she would like because of, you know, the fucking existential dread and or crises that it will invariably cause when you watch it. It's not for everybody. So, you know, it's something to resolve, or at least to try to navigate.
Get down. You have a visual.
Get down with your bad self.
Get down.
It sounds so dramatic. I love the modulator voice thing. It's weird, and it's not like inappropriate, but it's just very strange. Crap, I was trying to sneakify them.
What's your status? I'm hit.
What's your status? I'm dead.
I'm in trouble.
You are in trouble, motherfucker. Was there one more? I heard a second voice right as I killed that one dude. But I think it was just the two of them. And Steam games too. Oh yeah. I'm kind of disgusting about that too. Also, I lied. There is a second lad. I think he's got a penetrator. I recognize that bullet trail. Yeah. So the penetrator's good, but this gun is, I think, way better. And I only have 3 ammo slot or weapon slots rather. And I can't drop a shotgun. What kind of man would I be to separate myself from my shotgun? A man and his shotgun are difficultly parted or something. In fact, I will drop back on so I can grab more ammo, because I used a whole bunch to kill those lads. Not a lot of time for it. Yeah, it's like there's just... Clearly what needs to happen, and I think we can all get down for this, is that, you know, we should just give ourselves more times in the day. We should just invent more hours in the day so that we can spend that time doing important things like playing video games and watching anime. You know, just invent more time. Or they should just pay us, Void. They should just pay us. We should have like charge codes at work for watching anime. That way they can just be like, you know, 2 hours a day dedicated to anime. That's a reasonable thing, right? The reasonable thing to ask of an employer is to just pay us to like get caught up on these things, to enrich our lives, you know, because it makes us more productive and something anime version of Balmer Peak. I'm sure there's an argument to be made. So clearly that's the correct way to go around this, honestly. Steam sales, yeah. Yeah? No, I feel that.
What are you talking about? She's right. She was right there. Stay focused, Lieutenant.
She was right there. I wonder if they're getting visitations from a certain Alma lady. But yeah, no, it's either to feed others' backlogs, or in the case of Arctic, one of my mods is to spend like $2 and gift like 30 hentai video games to them on Steam to, well, I guess that's doubly so, to enhance the size of their backlog and also to add some spice to it. That way when someone looks at your Steam library, they go, oh, what are you into, Mr. Man? And then it's like, no, it's okay, it was a gift. And they go, yeah, it was a gift, he says. Yeah, there's also that. That's a great thing about okay, that's a good quote. That's a great thing about hentai ... games on Steam. Hold on, I need to add that as a quote though. I'm too much of an idiot to let that slide. That's what I say. That's the great thing about hentai. Is that games on Steam? Again, there's more to that sentence, but hentai games on Steam is that, yeah, you drop, like when they go on sale, it's like you drop literally like $2 and you get like fucking 30 games. It's absurd. The bang for buck, if you will, is the bang per buck ratio is pretty sick. Interesting games. Yeah, exactly. I want to say, I think I've got 12 of them that Arctic has gifted to me. I know he said at one point he spent like $50 and spiced up like 12 people's games library, like on his friends list. Like he just like went nuts. Not that's not too much, obviously, but like hit up several people on his Steam list and he was like, yo, here you go, fam. Yeah, the most recent one was only one of them, but there was one in particular where it was like a bundle of 10 of them. And he was like, yeah, that was like $2, Alex. So that's pretty sick. When it was on sale, yeah. No, I'm in the same boat, Nitro. Usually, and I've mentioned this before, a lot of times I will have games on my wish list on Steam, not because I have intents to buy immediately, but because I'm like keeping track of the game, because it's a game I think that looks neat, and I use my wish list as like a way to think like, what are games that I think look cool, but I'm not like gonna buy it anytime soon. It's just kind of a way for me to keep track very easily of games that just I are like on my radar, so to speak. But sometimes, yeah, I'll see one go on sale so much, it's like, this is the best time I'm ever going to see this game. You know, 95% off. I'm never going to see this better, so I might as well snatch it up. But there are some cases where I am specifically looking for it to go on sale. One good case right now is Binding of Isaac, because Repentance just came out, the most recent expansion. And apparently it's incredible. And apparently it's like, I think it's going to be the last expansion. And I kind of want to play it and stream it a bunch. And I could like hold out to see if it comes out on a bundle, like a humble bundle, but it's like, nah, I should just go ahead and get it. And honestly, Edmund McMullen makes a lot of cool games, and it's like I want to support him as a developer, so that's one such case where I'm waiting for it to go on sale so I can snap that shit. Probably grab it in the inevitable summer sale. I heard him say grenade, but I think we stopped him before he could launch that shit. Also, did one of the guys get like teleported? Oh no, he's still there. So in that one slow-mo meter expenditure, that one slow-mo juice usage, we got all 3 or 4 of them. In 2 years, yeah. Well, that's the thing too, yeah, sometimes it's an early access, and I don't necessarily want to pull the trigger on, like, saying I want it necessarily, so I'll wishlist it so I can keep track of it. And yes, there have been times where I would check in on a game that was on early access previously, and, excuse me, either I'll find that it's out of early access and it's amazing, or it's still in early access and it's been languishing and it's got like mixed reviews because everyone's pissed off. So I find that sometimes some prudence can be beneficial. Oh, that's not gonna hurt anybody. That's gonna fall behind the door.
We won't see it. Move. Where should I go? Taking fire.
Where shouldn't you go? Whoa, shit! Oh, they blew that thing up. I got literally 1 HP, by the way.
Take cover.
Fuck, okay, yeah, I was gonna try to get behind cover. He said get cover. Or take cover, and I wanted to. And then I didn't. Try that again. We had a strong start to this room.
Secure the area. 3 o'clock. Fire in the hole.
There we go. That's what I wanted to do the first time in that other area. Didn't kill everybody. It killed many. But not all. I thought there were 4 lads. I think maybe I was wrong. Just the 3 then. Alright, so I'll see if this leads to something fancy. And it does lead to something fancy. I knew it! In fact, I know what it was. I really like how this is just like a built-in flashlight. That's really sick, actually. Wasn't sure if you would like Danganronpa. I would say, Nitro, I don't know a ton about your gaming interests, but I would say since you're, I know that you are a fan of a lot of anime series and whatnot, I would say that Danganronpa was probably a good call for you, because I don't know a ton about the series, but I know enough that people who are big into anime seem to really love the series, understandably.
Grenade, get down. Need reinforcements.
I want that to explode so much. There we go, yes! That's what wanted to happen the first time, but I blundered the throw. Much better. Oh, there was ammo and or not ammo, but health right here. All along. So no, I'm glad to hear you're liking it so much, Nitro. And yeah, it's like I could see that as being a solid choice for not for, I guess it's not for everybody, but yeah, for lots of folks, I'm sure it's a solid gaming decision, gaming choice. Alright, so no other ammo to speak of, no other guns or ammo. Although I'm full on everything except for lightning ammo. And if we see a bad guy with a lightning gun, then we probably have bigger problems. I always like to use those little peepholes to get the sneaky snipes. Knocked him on his ass. I shot his leg to death. Is that a head?
I'm in trouble.
It was at like an angle, which was weirding me out. Yeah. I guess it's because I'm tilting back left and right. That's why. I heard one more voice. There's at least one more lad. But where? But where is this other lad? There's the other lad. Got his ass. I bet he was the last one. Last of his kind. You knew you were gonna like it, yeah. Ultimate Despair. Oh, it's okay, yeah. I've never heard of that one. Is that in the same series? I know Danganronpa has a lot more to it than I was expecting. Like there's some spin-off games. It's like I know there's more spread to it than I was expecting. And yeah, sometimes they're of wildly differing styles, even if it's like in the same universe, following a similar story. A little bad though. I feel like I'm just mainlining this one amazing rifle and have eschewed the use of most other weapons, but this rifle is just so incredible. These guys are really fucking strong, and they're using crazy strong weapons too, so it's like I need to use their weapons to keep up with their ass. Behind there. Whenever I smack doors open like that, I'm always waiting for... like there'd be a room just full of bad guys just waiting for me. Having them all like look around, like just turn around in unison. Stare me down like a bunch of mean mugging lads. Some more dead people. Very good. I see dead people. There he is. That's probably the way to go, and that's a locked door anyway, so I can't go that way if I wanted to. These doors make me a little bit nervous just because they auto-open. Oh, we got spooky unknown origin in the top left. That means we got wild shit ahead of us. Also, no flashlight. Flashlight forbidden. Why is my flashlight not working? Oh. What an odd time for these things to stop working. Oh. Wait, are there people in here? Oh, these are like the vats where Alma is being kept. I think. Except they're empty. Uh-oh. One of them just flew off. Oh my! It's the psychic lads from the previous expansion. Interesting. Interesting shit. Alright, alright. I see you, game. I see you with your spooky psychic lads. Is that saying, like, this... Is it Project Perseus is where the psychic lads came from? Because we saw them in the previous expansion. And they are some murderous evil lads. Like, they are... That's some spooky shit. The crap they're able to pull off, so... If Perseus is what birthed those lads into this game's ecosystem, then that explains at least their origin story. Those kinds of sequences, man, it's spooky shit, but it's so well done. It's good stuff, though. Also, I know it's a flare, but like that deep red is so menacing, especially because there's so much blood in cases like this. Some pistols. But I don't think this was like a suicide. I think this was very much a violent fucking murder. It's kind of like, you know, you think about Half-Life, the scenes in Half-Life 1 especially, with like all the dead scientists that the military is, you know, murdering violently. Same kind of shit. You know, all the white lab coats and such.
We got movement. We have a situation.
You sure do. We also got a dead situation. Got him. I think I killed that other dude. Yeah. Shot him like 3 times. I knew he was getting close, but I hadn't sealed. I had yet to seal the deal, but it undid sealed it now. It's been sealed. Okay, sounds good, Black Magic. Thanks for hopping in, man. It's always nice getting to hear from you and hearing the update, especially with like the car stuff. You know, there's a lot to do and a lot of updates, or a lot of things to be done, but it's always nice getting to hear from you. Also, I did see the CDC has announced formal, in a formal sense, that people who are fully vaccinated can, like, you know, unless it's like a super crowded spot, can, like, you know, get together and not have to wear masks and like be fairly chill. So I'm hoping that means that we can get them meetups going on. Maybe we can do a summer meetup with the big Twitch St. Louis crew. So maybe we could actually get to see people with, you know, their own human faces and their own, you know, in person. I mean, the digital meetups are fun, but nothing beats the real shit. So hopefully we can get one of those going, and I'll be able to see actual human beings for the first time in a while. I mean, I have seen physical human beings. Like, I've been reassured that humans exist in real life, but, you know, being reminded that more of them exist, it's nice too. I mean, I can't prove to you, dear viewer, that I really exist. I mean, you know, you can see my face, but what if it's just a very clever facade? What if I'm just a very elaborate VTuber setup that has just a very convincing face that I've had for years now? Wouldn't that be the wildest shit? The wildest ruse. Also, it looks like... I know it's not a mist of blood, but that's what it looks like from this backdrop here.
Okay, we got Delta Force out. Jen and Rains are heading back in.
Those are our 2 buddies. No other voicemails. Technology. That seems like a place for shit to go down. And I'm waiting for exactly that. There's some lore on that laptop. Can I break the glass? Surprisingly, I can. Can I crawl out? I can, surprisingly. I think it would go back by at least 1 checkpoint if I did that, though.
Fantastic. The data's uploading.
Just in this one little laptop?
Make your way to the lobby and wait for extraction.
Okay, we all know it's not gonna be that simple though. I'll be like, alright boys, I'm extracting. Time to leave, oh boy. But then something happened.
We have a situation.
In this case, bad guys.
Get to cover. Can anyone see him?
Can anyone see him?
I've got 2 men down.
You sure do. Whoa. Oh, I just decapitated his entire face. It kind of, like his head just kind of popped up suddenly. It's like he was surprised. Keep rolling, rolling. I think there's at least one more lad. It's like I'm fucking playing Siege all over again, trying to hold this angle. Not that I was ever good at Siege. Or ever consistent to be able to pull angles properly. Or hold angles, rather. Shotgun, getting shit done, as always. Oh shit, that's a turret! Oh fuck. Oh god, oh fuck. Didn't even notice. Damn, that thing kind of fucked me up. Those guys fucked me up more than the big guys did. These things are mean. Yo, Vermilion Devil, what's up, friend? We were just hanging out with your boy. We're just hanging out with Mr. Black Magic's. Good to see you, Vermilion Devil. Let me add the points for that. Very nice, Ray. Thank you very much, my friend. How you doing, Vermilion Devil? And also, what were you streaming on this fine day? We're playing more Spooky Times F.E.A.R. It's very dusty, and I can't see what I'm aiming at. Okay, I got him. I got him, but at great cost to my health and my sanity. Good to see you, Vermilion Devil. Do a quick shout out for our friend. How you doing, friend? Do a quick shout out for our friend doing some World of Warcraft. Excellent shit. Hell yeah, doing the storyline. Cause yeah, you were telling me that you have you're preparing for the next expansion for. Oh wait, maybe I'm thinking of someone else. Somebody was telling me they're waiting for the next expansion to hit in Classic. So was this WoW Retail or was this WoW Classic? Doing well, excellent. We were just hanging out with your boy from sorry, you're Vermilion Devil. He's Black Magic. Sorry. We were just hanging out with your boy, Mr. Black Magic's, and having a nice little time. We were talking about cool shit that he's been doing with his car. Said you guys got some tasty milkshakes from Freddy's earlier. It's like, oh yeah, that sounds like a nice chill time. Classic. Okay, yeah, Burning Crusade getting added in, yeah. Whereas Burning Crusade is an older expansion, but the notion that it's being added in to Classic, you know, meaning that's kind of like we're going through like the generations of old school World of Warcraft, which is pretty sweet. I feel like we've done everything else that there is to do. Also, I didn't mean to click. I clicked my mouse prematurely. Happens to every man from time to time. Nothing to be ashamed of. Okay, now, I'm not an expert, but I feel like spooky shit's about to happen. Like, this just seems too normal. Oh boy, well there's this.
To completely cover their tracks, so we may get a break here. The actual data is encrypted.
Here's what I don't understand. Replicas are Perseus, right? Everything in this building is ancient history.
Burning Crusade, you're pretty stoked for it. Yeah, that's awesome. Find a cool character. Oh, very nice. Yeah, yeah. So it has like some cool lore significance. That sounds excellent. It's nice to have like something like that to be excited for. I know that that Classic is a unique kind of experience for people who grew up playing the game. So it's like you kind of get to relive those memories. The like, especially if there were certain expansions that had certain lore moments that were really cool. It's like a nice trip down memory lane. Also, I'm gonna keep with the lightning guy for now, but the grenade launcher is pretty sick. I do like the grenade launcher, but we'll keep the lightning for a bit. So yeah, just the notion of like reliving that game, and not only reliving it and replaying it, but also like going through the generations again. It's like you get to see that all unfold in a live sense, which sounds really sweet. You start with Cataclysm, which was that was after Burning Crusade, wasn't it? Also, Victoria, good to see him. A mandate. I'm going on a mandate. A mandated mandate. Although, Project Perseus, I don't know much about it yet, but it sounds very, very like brutal and violent. So I don't know if I would want to go on a mandate with Project Perseus. That it would lead to bad things happening. Wrath of the Lich King. Okay, yeah, yeah. I know that Burning Crusade was a big one. I understand Cataclysm brought in a lot of people. I understand that some people didn't like Cataclysm as much. It seems like with a lot of WoW expansions, there were some that were fan favorites and others that were like some not everybody loved it. Some that were more controversial in that sense, and like balancing and whatnot and what they added in. What's that guy doing? He's like jumping all over the place. He's a fucking ninja man. He's a ninja, believe it. He's gonna jump down. Let's reload. I'm a little bit scared of this lad. We fought one of these lads before and they were spicy. Spicy dudes. He's trying to hit me with the bamboozle. He's so fast! Jesus, how could this lad be so quick forever? The quickest man to ever exist. He's blowing shit up. I'm like a little bit intimidated by this lad. He's so fast.
God.
He is so fast. Why are you so fast? It's illegal, sir. You were under arrest for going way above the human allowed speed limit. This fucking guy is too strong. I think I've shot him once or twice. He outruns bullets. I think I've got him a couple times. Yeah, good lord. Only got so much go fast juice left. In fact, I'm out of go fast juice. Spooky. Oh, fuck. What are you even doing? You're blowing everything up, dude. Fucking lunatic. Did I get him? Jesus. That guy blew up the entire world in the process. Good fucking golly. Character was eventually removed. Raid was... Oh, that's kind of lame, though. 4th expansion. Okay, yeah. 2010. Yes. So, yeah, Victoria didn't like Cataclysm. Yeah, some people loved it. Some people did not. So, yeah, I understand Cataclysm was kind of controversial for some. But other expansions, like, everybody loved it. Yeah, that man had some Agent Smith vibes going on, man. That guy was fucking everywhere and everything. Warlords was not so good. Yeah. I know that's another big one. I've never played WoW, and I'm not really a huge MMO guy, so it's not really my kind of thing. But I have some friends that grew up playing the games, and I've learned a lot about the games just kind of by osmosis of being, you know, around them, like hearing them talk about it and hearing them wax poetic about their favorite and not so favorite memories and like times of the game. I understand that like for a lot of them, they would like play WoW for like months or maybe even years at a time, but then something would happen, they would get pissed off, swear off of it. They're like, I'm done with this bullshit game forever. This game fucking sucks. It's dead, and I'm sick of it. It's gone forever. And they would put it down. They would cancel their sub. But then like 6 months later, they'd be like, they'd get that itch. They'd be like, oh, I gotta get my fix, man. So they would reinstall. They'd play it for a couple months, get pissed off at it again, put it down, say it's done forever. 6 months later, oh, I got it again. So it's like, after a certain point, it kind of gets its hooks in you. It's like it can only go so far away from it, and I understand that. Even if it's not my kind of thing, I get that notion, because there's certain games where that's how I am. Like that's how I get with Diablo 2, especially. It's like if I don't play Diablo 2 for long enough, I start breaking out in hives, and I start getting the shivers. You know, I start suffering convulsions. So I have to make sure I get my fix once. Usually it's like once every few years, not once every few months, but after a while, I'm gonna make sure I get enough to get my fix. Get some village action, absolutely. Oh, you got a cool cosplay for the the sisters. That sounds awesome, Victoria. Or I'm sorry, Vermilion. I'm sorry. Both your names start with the letter V. That's awesome, Vermilion. Yeah. Would you use that for like any conventions coming up? I know Anime St. Louis was this past weekend, I think, but I know there's other anime conventions and such coming up not too long from now. We're in anime. We're in almost at anime season. We're nearing convention season, but I mean also anime season. Every season is anime season, honestly. Also, Whale, what's up, buddy? Good to see you, dude. That was when you start. Yeah, that's the thing too. Everyone's first expansion, everyone's first like exposure to it is going to be special. I mean, that's how it is for me with like a lot of those kinds of games. I've mentioned before that Resident Evil 4 is, you know, my favorite Resident Evil, my favorite entry in the series. It's also the only one I've played, but you know, that's why I like that game so much as my introduction to the series. So this is one direction to go. We saw a little spooky vision just now, so I don't know if this is the correct way, but I do kind of want to check it out. Back up now, he says.
I need backup now. Shoot it.
So what are they fighting then? If these lads are fighting... Oh, bloody footprints. I wonder if Alma is not too far from us. Interesting. Alright, so let me go back real quick, because there was a few other doors I wanted to check. Got to work, yeah? No, I feel that way. I know sometimes you're having to work pretty late. Hopefully, it's about 11, so that's not too bad. But still, I know you've been working some late hours, man. But I'm with you, though, over $1 Million. It's like, yeah, the thing that I start with is the thing that, you know, oftentimes will mean a lot to me, specifically. So I'm definitely guilty of having that, like, color my expectations. Also, this was a fucking firing squad room, apparently. Look at this shit. Brutal. The way they killed these civilian workers. Not a huge... Accurate. Also accurate. I'm a small lad in stature and also a small lad with certain genres of video games. It's an addiction. Yeah. Yeah. No, I get it. Like I said, I understand where some games, you just kind of like... It gets baked into your DNA. It's like I can't separate myself fully from this game or from this series. Path of Exile. Yeah, no, actually, Victoria, no, I've actually played Path of Exile before, and it's not a bad game. I think it's an incredible game, actually. I see Path of Exile, to me, it's very similar to how I feel about Overwatch, where it's an incredible game, and I think it's well made, and it's like entertaining. It's just not my kind of game, which is weird because I love Diablo and Diablo 2 and 3 for that matter. It's like I love all these games, and why don't I love more Diablo likes? Why don't I like more like of that style of game? And I don't know. I don't know why I don't like more of them. But yeah, for some reason, Path of Exile just didn't grab me. I do want to try a couple others. I want to try Grim Dawn, which I've heard is good, but I have a feeling it'll probably be the same. I like Torchlight, but Torchlight just doesn't grab me either. I don't know what it is, but games that borrow from Diablo just don't really do it for me. And I think part of it is that whenever I find myself playing those games, I frequently think to myself, I'd rather be playing Diablo. But I think it's just because it's what I'm used to. Talking about, like, you know, it's what I started with. I think it's just me being just a fucking old curmudgeon where I'm just like stuck in my ways, where it's like I just know Diablo, so it's what I stick with. Even though there's many other options now. Like, there's so much now, honestly. It's great. LAN parties, yeah. Get some LAN parties going. Yeah, exactly. I mean, like I said, we saw the what's it called? The fucking people that do the thing. The CDC had announced that, yeah, if you're fully vaccinated, you can, like, do stuff, and you're probably pretty okay. So long as you're not, like, in a super mega crowded area or in, like, a hospital. And obviously, you need to abide by, you know, business rules. So if a business says, we don't care, you've got to wear a mask, then, you know, got to abide by their rules, obviously. But federally, they're saying if you're fully vaccinated, you're probably fine. So it's like, you know, maybe we could start doing our meetups again with the Twitch St. Louis folks, or at least the informal lunches from time to time, which are always fun. Also, these guys got fucked up, by the way. I'm not sure what killed them, but the bloody footprints might mean Alma was involved. Maybe. So we'll see. Overwatch nerfed a lot of people, a lot of heroes. Yeah, I understand that the balance for Overwatch sometimes rubs people the wrong way, because I mean it's a game that's been balanced and rebalanced and it's been tweaked a lot over the years, and it's now been years since it's been out. Also, you know that there's going to be shit behind this door. So I know not everyone has, like, the most positive views of the game for those who've been playing it, at least. But as someone who doesn't play it from the outside looking in, I think it's a cool game, and it's well made. And I mean, Blizzard makes quality games. It's just, you know, not all of them are necessarily my cup of tea. But yeah, it seems like Overwatch is kind of like, it's just best for me to kind of appreciate it from the outside looking in. That's kind of how you felt about PoE. Wasn't a huge fan of Grim Dawn, yeah. 1 and 2 were good. Yeah, I mean, they're all good. They're all good games. PoE is an incredible game. Oh my. So, Alma's motherfucking murdering lads. Lighting them on fire and exploding them. So that's what happened there. We're alive.
Ouch. That looked like it hurt.
I mean, we didn't take any damage, but it knocked us around, though. But, yeah, like, Path of Exile, like I've talked before, like, it's not my kind of game exactly, but it's free to play. And mostly free to play through, as I understand. Like, there may be some things, like your stash size, that, you know, paying for, like, a few tabs is not a bad idea, but it's, like, so well made, and they keep adding new seasons and new ladder content, and you can play so much of it for free. It's like, Path of Exile is an incredible thing to have available, so I mean, I think it's great. Even if it's not my cup of tea, it's like I can readily recommend it to people who are looking for a Diablo-esque experience. Gotta wear your mask. Exactly, yeah. Oh, and that's right, Vermilion Devil. I know you've mentioned before, like, where you work. Not the name of the business, obviously, but the line of work that you're in. And yeah, for some employers, it's like there's not a lot of options right now, obviously. But at least in more cases, it's starting to open up a little bit, which is nice to see. Yeah. Oh, do you have a cool mask, Dave? I mean, that's the thing. I feel like, if nothing else, this will make it less weird to wear masks in public. Because, you know, before COVID, if you wore a mask in public, people might give you weird looks, or like, they might think like, wow, that person must be really sick. And it's like, nah, man, I'm just really sick, bruh. But, no, I remember I told the story once how I got the flu on my 30th birthday, by the way. That was how I celebrated entering my 30s, was by having the flu and being sick and pissed off and miserable. It's a good way to start the 30s, right? It's a very appropriate way to enter that decade of one's existence. But I had the flu, and I went to go pick up Tamiflu, some antiviral medicine, at the pharmacy, because I'd had it for like 5 days and it wasn't going away, and I was like, this shit sucks. So I went to the doctor. It was like, yeah, it's nothing scary, just get you some Tamiflu, you'll be good. So I went to pick it up from the pharmacy, but they told me, it's like, yeah, you gotta wear a mask though, because, you know, we don't want the flu spreading. And I was like, yeah, you're right, I should wear it. But it felt weird. It was like, ugh. I felt like people were looking at me weird, and I wore it, you know, in public, obviously, but it was not a normal thing to see in our culture, in Western culture. Whereas in other, like, Asian countries, it's pretty common to see people wearing masks, not because they're sick, but as like a privacy thing, or as like a courtesy, where it's like they might be sick, so they want to be sure they're not spreading it. So I feel like now, to your point, Dave, it's like that might be a less weird thing to see. Even if it's a year or two later, I bet it won't be uncommon to see people wearing masks, and it won't be like weird, you know, it'll be a relatively normal thing to see. Just being it required is obviously the other thing. So I don't know. I like to think that, you know, that overall this will lead to culture shifts that might be kind of nice. It's just a shame that this is what it took to normalize these things, right? It's like, I wish COVID didn't have to happen for that to become considered a less weird thing. Because, you know, it makes sense. You know, you don't want to spread diseases and whatnot, spreading viruses and whatnot, especially the flu, and COVID for the matter, both cause awful things to innocent people. Mercenary forces beginning an assault, yeah. But then we saw the sequence with Alma murdering the mercenary lads.
How's your head?
He's fine.
Of course, means that,
We decrypted the stolen
you know,
data.
she's not on their
It's
side.
an address list. 2 of them are near your current position. The 3rd is in the Auburn district.
We have 2 targets: Armacam's Bioresearch Division and their corporate archives.
And yeah, Auburn
I'll
is
be
like the
coordinating
nearby
with Delta Force on the
residential area.
ground. Chen, take the archive building. Sergeant, you take Bioresearch. Stay in radio contact at all times.
You got it, Spike.
And try not to get blown out of any more windows.
Hey, man, it was a lot of fun. Fuck you. That window was awesome. Uh-oh.
Taking fire!
We have a chain gun. Let's use it. Oh, hell yeah. Oh, hell no. Fuck, I agree. I like that he said fuck over the radio.
Here, Captain.
Intercom.
Find a better LZ.
It's fucking rocket lads.
Holy shit.
You said it. Not a fan of competitive. Yeah, that's the thing too, Victor. Like, it's just not my kind of game. Even if I'm like playing with homies, I find my appreciation, my enjoyment of games like that has lessened over the years. I used to love playing Siege, Rainbow Six Siege back in the day with my homies, and it was fun. I was always garbage at the game, and I still am. Honestly, I'm still garbage. Oh.
What's the sit rep?
We got a shitload of replicas in ATC fighting it out in the
But yeah,
plaza.
like
Some of the men are
multiplayer
caught in the middle.
games or like
We're about to
competitive
move
shooters,
in and
whatnot, like
pacify the
just aren't really
area.
my vibe nowadays.
You have your assignment.
Or at least not nearly as much. There were lads shooting at us, but I guess they decided to ease up on the shooty pooty absolutely. Mercy main, yeah. I have a couple friends who are really good at being healers in that game, and I understand that having a good healer on your team can really be like the thing that rescues a team from disaster. Sacred 2, but if you just play play a bunch of the same genre, that kind of thing. But you played a lot of Diablo 2 back in the day, yeah. I don't know if it's because I'm burnt out in the genre or if it's because I'm just set in my ways. But yeah, I don't know. They just don't grab me the way that I would hope that they would. Cosmetics is, yeah, exactly. In PoE, you don't really need to spend money. I guess the notion of the stash slots you can get in PoE, like, that can help. It's a nice convenience, but yeah, you don't need it necessarily. I mean, stash space is pretty nice, and as a person who's played Diablo 2 vanilla, limited stash space is something I'm all too familiar with. Also, fucking crazy earthquakes or something. Can spec your character, yeah. Oh yeah, I know it's very open-ended and complex, which is why people like it, because it's a good answer to Diablo 3, which was simplified and had very little depth compared to Diablo 2. So Path of Exile was kind of a nice answer to Diablo 3 that says if you want something that has a lot of depth and a lot of complexity, for better or for worse, then come to Path of Exile. We got you covered, because Diablo 3 came up short in that regard. Also, there's explosions and shit, people dying, all kinds of nonsense. Let's go this way for a bit. Oh, checkpoint. Okay, never mind. That's where I'm supposed to go. Let's go talk to our homies, see what they got. The skill forest, that's right. Anything? Hello? I thought they were like gonna say something. Maybe I missed a trigger. Okay, well, I guess I'll just go my merry way. Wear mask to prevent. Yeah, exactly. You would wear a mask to yeah, that's good for Million Devil. That's a good practice to have. Because, yeah, I think in our culture for a long time that was, like, considered weird. Or at least, at the very least, non-standard. Are you a good guy? Yeah, you're a good guy. There's shit going down out there. Boom. Love how that lid just pops. Pop it like it's hot. Tamiflu. Yeah, it was like $80. It was like $80. And I remember, again, it was the day of my birthday. And I remember, like, going to pick up Tamiflu at the pharmacy. And I remember... Of course, I think I had to show them my ID, because it was a prescription, so I gave them my ID, and, like, she was checking my date of birth, and she was like, oh, happy birthday, and then she was like, oh, sorry, it's, like, gonna be, like, $80, and I was like, I know, so I could tell she felt kind of bad. She was like, oh, happy birthday, Alex, here's some expensive medicine that you have to buy. Oh, man, that's just how it is, though, it's just how it goes, and I took it, and, yeah, it cleared it right up. My flu went away in, like, a day or two. It was great, so, I mean, it was worth every penny. Sounds great, by the way. Vermilion Devil, thank you again for hanging out, my friend. I know I read that message a little bit late, but thank you for being here, my friend. It's always a pleasure getting to hear from you. And thank you again for that raid. That was very sweet of you. And like I told Black Magic, I'm looking forward to hopefully, relatively soon, we can all have a nice get-together with the Twitch St. Louis group homies, because it's been a while since we've had an in-person meetup. I guess not since fucking... October of 2019, which is wild. So we're long overdue for all of us getting a nice hangout sesh, but hopefully sooner than later we'll be able to chill with the homies. These guys have a lot of health. There we go. It's not all of them though. There's still more shooty pooty absolutely happening. Did that guy say squad take a shit? That is exactly what my brain heard. I think what he said was he was trying to say squad take cover, but then he said shit halfway through. Squad take a shit. I mean, that's quite the order to give, but all right, homie, if you insist. Oh, close behind us. I can't get more supplies now that I've taken some damage. Take a shit. I just love how he said it too, because it was in like slow-mo versions. That was excellent. New RPG in early access called Last Epoch. Interesting. I don't think I've seen that one. Is it kind of Diablo-like, Mr. Whale, or is it of a different persuasion? As if it gets the Whale recommendation, I'm down to check it out. Give it a look-see. Are these doors closed? They look closed. You got a cool gun. It's a good gun. Squad, take a shit. Sorry, I'm still stuck on that. That was fucking delightful. Dyson Sphere. Yeah, Dyson Sphere program I've heard is really freaking solid. Another like satisfying automation management kind of game like Factorio that's apparently quite delightful. Also, more ATC guards, which means that they're fighting the replica soldiers. Oh, what? Okay, I thought I could maybe go in there. It is forbidden. Owls of Aguilar. Never heard of that one. Oh. Oh, that wasn't towards me. I was like, they apparently know where I am. Is that a bad guy? I don't think it is. That's a good lad. Stop pressing fuck. He didn't say fuck, but I wish he would have implored his teammates to take a shit, because that was way funnier the first time. We can't snowboard. Overwhelmingly, yeah, exactly. It's like whenever you see overwhelmingly positive, it's like, oh fuck. It doesn't happen that often. There are some games with overwhelmingly positive reviews that I'm aren't my style of game necessarily, but yeah, it's like a good sign that people genuinely love it. Usually, if you see like mostly positive or even very positive, it's like, all right, that's probably a sure bet. But it's like, oh, overwhelmingly, oh buddy, this is for the people. Sometimes, yeah, sometimes reviewers on Steam can be a little weird. I mean, you get the people who like review bomb certain games because of something that they disliked that the developer or the publisher did. Like GTA 5 is one such example. I don't remember what the situation was, but something about Rockstar Games rubbed people the wrong way and they like review bombed it, so it had like a mostly negative review score for a while. Even though the game is, I mean, I've never played 5, but I've heard it's incredible.
We lost a man.
Oh fuck, that was one of our buddies. We lost a man, yep. It was an accident. Nothing could have stopped this from happening, yep. It was one of the evil bad guys killed him. There was nothing I could do. Oops, sorry. Sorry I killed your homie. I didn't mean to. I mean, I definitely looked at him and shot his head off, but sometimes it's hard to tell in the heat of battle. A lot can happen in the heat of passion, Jimbo. Yeah, I've heard of F.E.A.R. Billions. I don't think I've played it. In fact, I know I haven't played it. In fact, I don't think I even own it. But I've heard it's quite good. Heard very good things. Oh, I feel bad I killed that one homie. I'm sorry, man. I didn't mean to do it to you like that, dude. Just everyone kind of has like similar outfits, and it's kind of hard to tell. I gotta be very careful about whom I go to murder now. It's in my best interest to keep our buddies alive as much as possible. All the bathrooms locked. Who locks bathroom doors, man? That's not cool. That's probably the next place to go. Yeah, penetrator ammo. We're starting to see a lot more penetrator ammo and less of the fancy assault rifle ammo, which makes me a little sad. But that's how it is. What's this? Nova Joe's caffeine supplement? I'm sorry, it's a caffeine supplement cereal? Great taste, says Joe. And I'm just gonna put it in the microwave, apparently. Whoa, hold on. Hold on, I'm looking at cereal. It's important. It's for science. Oh, shit. Yeah, you're a bad guy. Would you please die? There we go. Looks like our lad got shot up a couple times. You good? You're a little bit bloody. He's like, no, I'm doing great, fam. I want to read more about the cereal, but I just accidentally put in the microwave, apparently. More shotgun ammo. Apparently I'm using shotguns a lot now, which I'm perfectly okay with. Saving checkpoint. Can't go that way. More armor over here. Oh, bad guy? I don't know. Are you a bad guy? Yeah, you're a bad guy. That's a good guy. See, I was careful this time. I wasn't recklessly murdering friends for once. He had his back turned to me, so I was like, I don't know. Kind of sus. NGL. What did I just pick up? I found 3 of something. They might have been... Oh, they might have been grenades. I did use several in the previous mission, didn't I? You might be bad guy. You might be bad guy, but it does not mean you're bad guy. I mean, I think we're a good guy in this game. We're definitely fighting bad guys. I guess we were given the origin of the main player character. He was initially designed to be a bad guy. Dude, could this guy fucking die? Holy shit, I fought that guy so many times.
We lost a man.
Grenades. So much smoke. Can't see shit, Captain. I've been trying so hard to kill this guy. Why won't you fucking die? Jesus Christ, I had to use like an entire clip on that one dude for some reason. I think he was supposed to be that strong. Oh, maybe that was the guy I was shooting then. Like, he just yeeted his gun. Did I shoot shield? Zapped his ass. Oh, fuck! Oh, I think he shot a grenade at me. Yeah, so lightning gun is sick. Lightning gun gets shit done. Of course, we haven't found any ammo for it in a minute. And I know that guy was wielding a grenade launcher, and we saw another grenade launch not too long ago. So I'm tempted. I think I will hold on to this a little bit longer. A little bit. Yes, we lost both of our buddies. Okay, I can at least break the glass and feel like a cool guy. Having a chill day. Yeah, this glass is shatterproof. What's that in the corner? More armor, thank you. This game is being very... this expansion, at least, is being very generous with armor and health drops. I'm grateful for, because we're fighting some pretty spicy boys. Very, very, like, well-armored enemies. More gunfire, which means there's probably good guys and bad guys, so I need to be careful about who I try to murder. SMGs just lying around on, you know, on reception desks. You know, you check into a business, a place of business, and you check, like, with their receptionist, and they've got, like, just SMGs just lying around. Yeah, it's nothing weird, right? Very standard stuff. Oh, was that a 2-for-1 special? Oh, he's not dead. Okay, now he's dead.
You better check it out. Okay.
I agree. You better check it out. Oh, that's a bad guy, I think. Yeah, ATC guys they're trying to kill us. Even though, like, it doesn't have to be the way. We could be homies, ATC lads. You're not replica soldiers. You're not, like, being brainwashed. You're just being implored by your employer. Just cut him in half. You're being implored by your employer to, you know, silence all opposition. I don't know this. I don't know if you can, like, cut fucking dudes in half with guns like this, man. Damn. Just fucking divided that man in two. Well, damn, son. Damn, son. Where'd you find this? Oh, one of those. So I can see it. Oh, you have to drop down, don't you? Yeah, there's... Oh, wait, no, here we go. I want that. Yeah, give me that shit. The good shit, fam. Sorry, I'm still appreciating the fact that we just fucking divided that man in two. We just said, what if there was two of you? What if there was you, but in two pieces? Also, Sarah, it's good to see you, friend. How are you doing on this fine day? Or evening? People tell me it's the evening times, and I'm inclined to believe them. We're playing F.E.A.R, and this game is excellent and nice and spooky, although this level right now has been more action than spooky. So I'm gonna light this fucking dude. Except now he sees me, and he wants to touch my face with rockets, but I'll explode him. There we go. Yo, this lightning gun is sick. Only 5 shots left, though, so it's good while it lasted. Lightning gun is pretty sick. Oh, excellent. That's excellent, Sarah. Congratulations on that. That's fantastic. Because, yeah, the semester would have recently ended, wouldn't it? Wouldn't have? Congratulations on your hard work. I'm sure that is not easy. I have several other friends who have had classes, obviously, this past semester, people who were in college, and I know that last few semesters, for that matter, have been weird, to put it nicely. So, you know, added difficulty with the whole, you know, global pandemic happening. Minor issue. Minor, huge issue. But that's awesome. Congratulations on that shit. 30 minutes ago. That's, oh wow, so it was very recent. You were taking finals at like 11 p.m. Oh man, I bet you're exhausted. I hope your brain's not too fried, but if it is, I wouldn't blame you if you had to hop to bed, because that shit sounds draining. Alright, no other weapons to speak of or anything. Doing over Zoom, yeah. Yeah, that makes sense.
Put him down.
Put him what? Oh. What if it was a grenade instead? They're just gonna run into it? I mean, good. Makes my job easier. Fucking liquefied one of those lads. The grenade didn't kill any of them instantly, but it weakened them both significantly. So we could take the oh, no, I can't actually. Elevators forbidden. Elevators don't, we all know elevators don't actually exist. No one's ever actually really been in an elevator. It's a conspiracy theory. Science final, yeah. Brain is very derped. My brain would also be derped, were I to be in your situation. Can I ask what kind of course it was? Like, obviously a science class, if it was a specific science subcategory. The entire, yeah, the elevator stays in place and the building moves up and down. That's a way funnier, like a way more creative way to envision elevators. Maybe like when I walk around, when I walk from place to place, it's not me moving, it's just me, my legs moving, and the earth is moving underneath me. Just rolling around at the speed of sound. Nice projector, I think, yeah. It would be a projector. But, yeah, that's much more entertaining to imagine. Oh, I guess I jumped down. Oh. Oh, I was like, is the screen darkening because we're gonna watch a movie? Because the, oh, that explains, yeah, not only is the earth flat, but there's also, it's also like, it's flat on multiple planes, so yeah, not only is there like a limit to how far we can go on the x-axis, there's also a limit on the y-axis too. Physical's like, oh cool, yeah, elevator, yeah, social construct, much like multiple things. Elevators are a social construct. Elevators were invented to fulfill certain social needs, but nothing else. Elevators were invented by the Y-axis companies to further big elevation change organization, like big elevation change farm or industry. Running battle in the vicinity of the Armacam Bio Research, right, yes. And still have yet to find out. Oh, we haven't seen any mercenary forces? Is that true? Have we not seen them? I guess we've seen mostly replica soldiers. Because yeah, there are three parties at play here. Oh, I guess, yeah, in a 3D space, it would actually be the Z-axis that goes up, yeah. Yeah, we could just say, yeah, Z-axis doesn't exist. Elevators are just like an illusion. There we go. It's much more entertaining. Also, you know there's gonna be some shit with this hallway. You fucking know this shit's gonna get wonky. That's what it stands for, zoomer axis. Correct. 3D space, more like 3D farce, or I don't know, something like that. This hallway is far too spooky for shit to be normal. I'm waiting for it to like elongate. That's what she said. That's, wow, that's a good one. Sorry. I'm waiting for it to elongate, or like for the lights to shut off suddenly, or some shit to, oh.
This is private property. Drop your weapons and put your hands in the air.
Stop your shit and stop being a nerd.
What the hell?
They went from real tough to real scared real quick. Oh my fucking god.
This way.
You know what? You guys got that shit covered. I'm gonna be over here. Oh, you don't have it covered. No, it's fine. It's fine. No, we can be friends. I'm gonna assume that I'm not supposed to fight him right now, so I'm gonna drop down. Elon. Oh, Elon Space Gate. Ooh. Oh my. I didn't even thought about that one. Never stop being no, yeah, no. You guys can keep being nerds. It's those other dudes who have to stop being dinguses. We can be nerds till the cows come home, though. Need some more grenades. Very good. I'm sure we're never gonna see that big scary robot again. Alex says moments before he like drops down and like teabags my butthole or something. Yeah, we're probably gonna have to take that guy down eventually. I don't know if we have the weapons to do so right now. Is he stomping around above me? He might literally be about to crash through the ceiling, and I would not be shocked, honestly. Wilder shit has happened in this game, and it's probably going to happen. I just like how tough those guys were posturing right before big robot lads showed up and fucking stomped their dicks in. They're like, this is private property, you must leave now. And then they were like, ah! What the hell? They were very scared. Although, honestly, I would be too. I would have... My voice would have cracked similarly. Oh, you fucking... Yep. You know what? I'm gonna shut that door. It's fine. We all know that robots are afraid of doors. Oh! You know what? We can be friends, alright? We can... Here, I have landmines. Oh, there we go. So I don't actually know if I am expected to kill him necessarily. The fact that they're breaking through my shit means I gotta get fucking going. It's all my landmines. Ooh. Okay, well, since they're giving me rockets, they're giving me lots of rockets. Shoot him a few more times. Gonna grab that rocket launcher. Uh-oh. Whoa. Kind of ringing around the rosy right now. Whoop. Oof, I keep tanking these rocket hits. Get through the door. He's limping. What else do I have? I have standard grenades. I could do this. Oh, come to Butthead. Oh, yes. Approach me. Oh, that's one of my landmines. Okay. Come to Papa. Oh, baby, that was satisfying. All right, we got his ass. I'm kind of sad he never... Oh, I can just pick it back up. That's kind of nice. All right, so we used all of our lightning, all of our rockets, all of our landmines, -1. And all of our remote bombs. We took his ass out. That guy was a big stompy boy. He was mad. Don't get mad. Get glad. Yeah, we were making friends. We were making friends with giant robot lads, but then he wanted giant scary hugs with rockets, and then I had to politely turn him down. And by that I mean I had to kill him with rockets. Politely. So I bet we could find more rocket ammo. In fact, I think I saw there was at least one more rocket nearby. I'm really sad that I'm gonna miss this gun. We could probably find more of them in the future. I just hope that bad guys won't wield them, because they are large, scary weapons that I don't want bad guys to have. Only Alex guys. It's illegal for bad guys to have weapons that cool. Plenty, yeah, it's a Monster Hunter, yeah. As I know, Monster Hunter World is still big, and obviously lots of people are popping off with Rise.
We've got him blocked in. Don't let him get away.
Bold of you to assume that I exist in a sense that is only limited to 3D planes. I'm gonna shut the door again. As that more meat flies out. There's the rocket, by the way. Alright, that's clearly the way to go. And so I only pulped one of them, but we murdered them both. We got him blocked in, they say. It's like, ah. Adorable, these children. Look at that fucker. Yeah, I would just explode their asses, yeah. Aha, what's this?
You have one new message.
It's Brett. Put together a team. We need to remove the source.
End of messages.
Need to remove the what? The source? Whoops. I wonder what that could imply. Trying to get a group together. Yeah, I'll admit most of the people that I know that were playing World a whole bunch have since moved on to playing Rise. But of course that's only on Switch right now. Eventually I think it'll come to Steam in a few months, but I know it'll be a bit. So right now they're all rising it up, but I imagine once that comes to Steam, that'll open up even more. Lots of folks, or people who don't own Nintendo devices. That's one way to go. And also when it comes to Steam, you get that or PC at least, you get that sweet 60 FPS, sweet 30 FPS, sweet 60 FPS. Just right now on Switch, I think it's locked to 30. Yeah, exactly. Like having to buy a whole new console. I mean, there's a lot of great games on Switch, but yeah, like, if that's the only game you're interested in, then it's not worth it. Let's wait for it to come to PC instead. So there's a lot of cool games to the platform, but not necessarily for not everyone's cup of tea necessarily. Dude, wow, something fucking brutal happened here. Good lord, look at all this wasted strawberry jam that didn't go on toast. Such a shame. So wasteful. Not till next. Oh, really? Next year? I thought it was like a few months after the original version came out, but I could be wrong. Oh. Interesting. We saw a similar vision of that scientist lad not too terribly long ago. Now, it's assumed... Oh, I can't go this way. Okay, see, I was thinking like there was some wild shit here. I mean, this thing got whatever is here got fucked. BC, okay. We're getting into more labular areas. Laboratorial areas. Expecting more bad guys. And voicemails. Bad guys and voicemails.
You have one new message.
Smash the fucking receiver off.
Davies here. Some suit from corporate just called and ordered us to destroy something called the Source. Does it mean anything to you?
End of message.
I'm sure it's nothing dramatic or scary. That's where it came from. That's probably the correct way. Let's go the wrong way for a little bit. I'm looking for any like spooky monitor visions or anything. Nothing. Okay, well. I'm just here to break shit and cause chaos and throw things into disarray, so might as well do what I came here to do. No bad guys. I'm surprised. I don't know if I'm disappointed, but I'm definitely surprised. Honestly, Diane, I'm surprised. More turrets, very nice. I haven't used those in a minute. I didn't really use them enough in the previous game for that matter either.
Second facility.
Positive. We got it pinpointed on the GIS.
Send in a team immediately.
The senator wants me to collect the source personally.
Yes, Mr. Morrison, I remember your request.
Don't fuck with me.
Yes, these are the two mercenary lads we saw in the intro cutscene. They're definitely the leader of the bunch. You know them well. Oh gosh.
Once we've decrypted the codes, eliminate him.
Sounds like some double-crossing shenanigans, if you ask me. He mentioned the name of... He didn't name drop the senator, but he mentioned a senator that they're working with. Oh, the door was like, oh, maybe? Open back up? Okay, now it's closed. At the end of the base game... what was that woman's name? Genevieve, what's her face? Like I guess the CEO of Armacam was like on the phone with some senator guy, and she was talking about like, oh yes, the prototype performed well, implying that that's us, that we're the prototype, the player character, that is. But it was very vague, and it was like the last thing you hear in the epilogue, so it's like the last like snippet you ever get for the game. So I wonder if that's like part of that whole story, because we know that the events of this expansion take place in parallel with the main game. Also, Sebastian, good to see you, friend. Playing some World. Nice. Yeah, that's awesome, man. Yeah, dude, it's so good. I mean, everything in this game is incredible. This whole fucking game is incredible. The base game, the expansions, it's all fucking nuts, and I love it. Also, I just love the idea of having a desk and you just have a grenade, or 2 grenades, just, you know, at arm's reach. Some people have like a box of Kleenex or like a water bottle, or like, you know, an iPod or their cell phone or what have you. Nah, man, I got 2 frag grenades just chilling at my desk. Within arm's reach. I got them at a moment's notice all the time. But yeah, the game is great. The spooky vibes are excellent. The action is incredible. The AI is dynamic and challenging. The horror element when they pop up is incredible. I would say this expansion has had less horror vibes, but the first expansion, it was fucking terrifying and I loved it.
It's Brett. I'm going to tell you.
Yeah, fuck that receiver up.
The source is not something to fuck around with. Let me handle it. You pretend you never got the message.
So don't fuck with it. Can I just knock the phone on the floor like a cat? Knocking shit over. Yeah, well, whatever. I did enough damage, I think. Another turret. Also lying on a desk. Very inconspicuously.
Alright, this is beginning to
Lots
make
of
a little
blood,
more
lots
sense.
of debris.
Enlighten us. I'm in the corporate archives. ATC ran one project called Origin at a secret location in Auburn. But get this, there was another hidden project, an underground cloning facility. Location? On an island, out in the harbor. Upload the coordinates.
That's not the vault, is
You
it?
3 will have to finish up there before we can hit that island.
Maybe this is where Perseus
I'll bet
took
my
place.
pathetic paycheck that's where they're headed next.
Also, I'm guessing this is like a picture of one of the developers. Caffeine supplement, though. I don't know if I'm down for, like, caffeinated cereal. I guess, like, you know, you have breakfast and you drink coffee. Like, why not combine them for the cereal person, eater who is in a hurry? I don't know. I don't know if I'm down for caffeinated coffee. Or, caffeinated coffee. Caffeinated cereal. Caffeinated coffee. Longo, by the way. Found Longo. You know, it's a good day when Longo inserts himself into your life. The long, long man himself. That is bulletproof glass. Those things make me nervous, like they're just gonna explode at a moment's notice. I'm full on landmines. And landmines are great against those big robot lads, as we saw. They do great work. Great twerk. Now you know this is gonna close behind me. As I like enter into this space. And or bad guys are gonna do their shit. Maybe not. It seems quiet for now. It's just I'm skeptical. A very dead person. Oh, remote mines. Yeah, I used all my remote mines earlier. I used everything I had to take out that one dude, and it was worth it. They're a very sadly dead person. Extremely dead. Not a lot of bad guys around here. It's mostly empty. Like, whatever happened has already happened. It's just a very imposing door. Security office. Yeah. Or dead things. Dead people. Dead guards. Dead everything. Alright. I think I should open. Very scary and secret-looking vault.
We've identified one of the hostiles. He is one Gavin Morrison. I want him taken into custody. That means alive. I don't want a repeat of Amarillo.
That was an accident.
Yeah, Amarillo. Or, I don't know. I don't know what they're talking about. What's the name, Victoria? Ooh. It's like, I feel like we're underwater with this, like, light blue hue. I like it. It's just weird. Yeah, save that checkpoint. Oh, baby.
Help me!
Recon. Roger. Target acquired. You
Target
have
acquired.
a visual. Don't move. Need reinforcements. Secure the door.
Oh, jeez, there's like a lot of you. Oh, fuck. Throw a grenade. Quick.
Look out, grenade. Get down.
Oh, I wanted to explode sooner.
Get down. Report. I forget.
That's the one downside. Oh, if using a shotgun, that was the sick backflip. One downside using the shotgun is that it's harder to detonate grenades on demand, whereas if it's a precision gun like the penetrator or that DMR rifle, one of several DMR rifles, much more reliable in that sense. Was there one more? I thought there was maybe one more. I mean, bullets got the job done though, so I can't really complain. Lots of ammo, excellent. Hot. Oh, that'll do it. That will do it. There's several doors to explorificate. I heard something. I thought I heard like a mechanized thing scanning like a computer or a turret, but I think I'm hearing things. All right, so that's one option. That guy right there. Now I like to explore and go the wrong way first, so I'm gonna poke around a bit before I commit. Poke around a bit before I commit. More turrets. I have a feeling I'm probably gonna get to the point where I will be expected to use those turrets in order to survive, because so far I've really been like just kind of hoarding them. I don't really use them that much. But there might be times where it's like you're kind of expected to use them because like the encounters will start to get extra tough. Also, this room, it's where there's a drain in the middle of the room and that the drain is smoking. I mean, unless it's like an exhaust drain, but that doesn't make sense. Like an exhaust drain, yeah, why would you have that in the middle of the room like this? So, what this was, I guess we'll have to find out. Is this like a frozen area? Maybe that's why it has like a light blue hue. Maybe it's like a refrigerator, like a storage, like a climate controlled storage area or something. Wasn't there another door that I saw? Maybe not. There's a door along here that caught my attention. That's how I came here. Through this little vent we go. Thump, thump, thump. There we go. You could smack it normally, or you could do like a little slide kick like a boss. Oh man, Cheesy Poos and Tounch Crunch. I'm guessing Tounch is a person's last name. Now full of protein. More importantly, we got the health increase. So this is like a snack, little like squirreled away little snack nest. Any bad guys? No bad guys. I mean, there are dudes, but they're all dead. No alive dudes. Lots of armor.
The data's uploading now.
Oh. I thought this was gonna be like a low drop.
Ah,
that's what the source, quote unquote, is.
Now, Fettel's DNA is here. What's on that island?
Oh god, are they trying to clone Fettel? That'd be fucked. One of him is already scary and also annoying as it is. Multiple Fettels is a scary prospect. That's probably the next way to go. Let's see what's over this way. Oh. Oh, this is the door I saw. Okay. So it all wraps around. I had mentioned earlier that there was some stuff in these levels that was reminding me of Star Wars. Not the movies necessarily, but more the video games, like Shadows of the Empire or like Jedi Outcast. And this right here, Star Wars written all over, man. Star Wars games in particular. So I see there's lads down there. I'm guessing they'll be able to see me. So I'll have to be careful. I'll try to be careful. You'll be dead.
We've got him. Move in. Surround him. Kill him.
So we got several of these dudes.
You're finished.
Throw grenades at me. Oh shit. Speaking of Star Wars, if Star Wars has taught me anything, it's that the high ground is the most important thing I could ever hope for. He's not dead. I know you're not dead, homie. Did he really drop down that fast? Jesus. Oh, shit. There you are. Were we ring around opposing each other this whole time? Got his ass. They're so fast, and they have so much health. Look at that. Look how fast he is. Got his ass. These guys are tough, man. A lot of health, a lot of armor. Jesus. A lot of Jesus. Y'all need Jesus. Thump, thump, thump. Trying to break these open. I don't think you can open them. Yeah, these guys are gnarly. They're like a huge fucking challenge to take out. We got it, because we're fucking gamers. And yeah, it's like this particular brand of like these ninja lads with the visors and the ninja suits, and like you can kind of see their hair. But granted, these weren't like the super fancy dudes. These were just their, well, they're fancy dudes, but they're not like the named guys, like the villains that we saw in that spot where we like watched them from the window, because those guys were like extra double secret fancy. Ooh, excuse me. So there was a door. There's also this guy. This one was very well illuminated. Which just leads to the other side. Okay, so I guess this is just like a nice way to navigate. Oh, shit! I was just confidently strolling about like I own the place. Wasn't expecting another lad. Shot the crap out of him. Got his ass. I was very lucky that I kind of stumbled upon that guy like that. Oh, one more. I'm going for the melee. Fuck you. Can't believe that worked. I guess you can like stun lock them. That was excellent. Like, I think he was stunned because he was like, I know melee does a lot of damage in this game, but that was kind of silly. I guess that's the strat, man. If you can close the gap with those fuckers, you can just smack them around a little bit till they fall over. The giant robot lad was something else. That was a very cool but very frightening experience. Yeah, this game continues to be incredible. I mean, I would say this expansion is more actiony than the previous expansion. That previous expansion was really something special. It was so fucking, like, there were so many moments that were just abjectly terrifying. Like, they really cranked up the action, or the intensity, rather, of, here, I'm gonna go back real quick, just because I think there might have been one thing I missed. They really cranked up the intensity of the, like, of the spooky vibes in that first expansion, because, God, that was fucking terrifying. This one's good, though. I mean, I like the action sequences. I would say I would maybe like a little bit more spooky times if I could wave a magic wand to make anything happen in this expansion. But I really can't complain. This has been awesome all the way through. This is a series where I can tell I'm going to be sad when it's over. So it's like, oh man, it's been cool. Like when I beat the base game, it's like, that's fine. I'm not sad about it. You know, we have 2 expansions to go. Beat the first expansion. I was like, we got 1 more, so it's fine. But now it's like, oh, this is the last F.E.A.R experience that is universally a good experience according to many people. So I know not everybody loves the sequels, and I'll play the sequels eventually, but I just know that, like, in my head it's like, oh man, this is the last, like, genuinely awesome stuffs. It does make me a little bit sad that the events of the first expansion and this game are not officially within the game's the overall series' canon or their story, because I understand that that both expansions are excluded from the consideration for F.E.A.R 2 and F.E.A.R 3's story. Reason being that they were not developed by Monolith, so they were like given official F.E.A.R treatment, but not the story experience, unfortunately. So, which I guess is a good thing, because in F.E.A.R, the first expansion, I mean, you know, so many of our NPC friends get fucking violently murdered. So if they can be alive for the next games, I'm okay with that.
forced out by a scandal a while back. Since then, he's been handling the dirty laundry of the rich and powerful on Capitol Hill.
There he is. Kevin Morrison. What's he doing? Tapping on computers like he knows things. You're not allowed to know things. You get that shit out of here. I'm casting a shadow, so you probably could see this. Okay, well, he's just tippy-tapping away. So I can go this way. I'm guessing these doors are locked. They are indeed locked. But this breakable vent is not. There we go. Can I fucking murder his ass?
Commander, I need help. I don't care what you're doing. Get me out of here. He's right fucking behind me.
Morrison's bolting.
I was
Intercept.
like, should I try to shoot him? I'm like, I want to capture his ass. Like, I want to and hear what he wants to do. Like, what's his plan? What's his scheme? Plus, if I shot him, I'm sure the bullets would have done nothing. What did I hear? I heard mechanized things. Are there turrets waiting for me? Oh, that's exactly what it is. Wait for it to do its thing. Yo, McMagic, what's up, bud? Retro gaming? I mean, I enjoy lots of retro games, for sure. The game I'm playing could be considered retro. It's about 15 years old. Come on. I know I'm almost got him. It's just not really, well, I mean, it depends. I mean, I would say that I enjoy a lot of older games. I don't enjoy all retro games, though. Some retro games are not my cup of tea. But for a lot of games, if, like, I enjoyed it as a kid, or if it was a game that I wanted to play as a kid, but I never just got around to it, or I didn't have a console that could play it, like if it was PlayStation only and I only had the N64, that kind of thing, then yeah, like I find myself really drawn to a lot of those games frequently, but not all of them. I mean, there are some older games that I'm not a huge fan of. Like some strategy games I'm not a huge fan of. A lot of like sports games or driving games or racing games I'm just kind of so-so on, so it's not like a universal thing, but I would say like most of the games, historically at least, that I've played are on the older and slightly retro side. Like for instance, once this game is done, I'm going to be playing a bunch of Diablo 2 for a while. Granted, it's a more modernized mod for Diablo 2 called Project Diablo, where their mission is to like maintain the feel of Diablo, but add new stuff to make it feel like it's been updated, like as if the developers would have kept like adding to it. That's like kind of what they were trying to strive for when it comes to the Project Diablo feel. So it's like it's a modern take on an old game. But yeah, I would say the retro stuff is something I enjoy. But again, it's not for everybody.
God damn it.
I know not everybody loves older games necessarily. Also, I didn't mean to shoot those.
The situation is evolving.
I don't know what he's talking about. Yeah, I know plenty of people where it's like, yeah, older games just aren't really their style. Or, like, either they're not, like, a huge fan of, like, you know, the presentation, like, older graphics, or they're more focused on, you know, the new games coming out. And there's a lot of new games coming up that are incredible. I mean, Resident Evil 8 just came out, and apparently that's pretty sick, so there's a lot of cool stuff out there. It's hard to keep up. It's hard to, like, play old games and also keep up with new stuff, so I understand the frustration. Fucking liquid. Pulp that man into a fine mist. I'll check it out, he says.
Does anyone have a visual on the target situation?
Oh, Jesus. You got lasers. Oh, you're not dead.
That doorway.
Usually a single melee is all it takes. Was that all? I was expecting multiple friends. I'm almost disappointed. So yeah, the laser. And I like that laser a lot, but I think I will, for the time being, keep the rockets. And this DMR rifle is just carrying my ass. This weapon is so fucking good. And of course, shotgun is always a classic. So I could keep my current loadout. I would trade out for the lightning gun, though. That lightning gun is incredible. So gosh darn good. I'm gonna guess that door is the way to go, actually. I think we're, like, more or less chasing him back the way we came. Anytime you see a double door, it's always like, oh shit. Things are getting real. Real weird. Which means we're not light blue anymore. No longer refrigerated. Got that health and armor. Yes. Both of these things I will grab. I think I saw a lad.
Senator, the situation is deteriorating. You need to pull the plug and fast.
See, the word we heard was evolving. The situation was evolving. He's like, nah, man, shit straight fucked. He's not sugarcoating shit. He's not shitcoating sugar. I like how he hopped in that elevator, so it's like, fine, I'll get in this one too. We'll be elevator bros. Oh, maybe not. Okay. Oh, there we go. You have to press the button ourselves. Hope I pressed the right one. Interval 3 begins. We did find a single Gavin Morrison, just one. He's trying to flee. We're gonna try to intercept his ass. And he has the genetic data. What a nerd. Lots of games, yeah. The retro motherland, yeah. Yeah, I got that FOMO for sure. For sure, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I would say, I mean, there's really no right or wrong choice, McMagic. I mean, for me, I tend to stream and play a lot of older games. And the sad thing is that, yeah, I missed out on a lot of new good games. And the good news is that those games aren't going away. At least if they're single-player games, they're not going away. If they're multiplayer games and, like, you know, my friends are playing them, then there's a FOMO there. Because, yeah, it's like my ability to strike is limited. Because, you know, once my friends stop playing, it's harder to find a group for it. In some cases, the servers go offline, then you just can't play it anymore. But yeah, I mean, it's up to you, really. I would say, like, you know, whatever interests you the most. I would say if you're playing a game and you're kind of not feeling it, and there's another game you'd much rather play, don't feel like you have to finish it. And like, it's I can't play that next one until I finish this one, or else I won't be a real gamer. It's like, nah, man, I would say there's, you know, you are the master of your own destiny as far as your enjoyment for the games that you play and all that jazz. So, I guess, yeah, my advice would be to, like, not feel beholden to following certain rules about, like, what games you have to play. Or, like, if you want to play a game, put a game that's on easy mode so you can get through it faster. That's fine, too. You don't have to play, you know, every game on, like, murder difficulty if you don't want to. Because I know some people get, like, gatekeepy about that, but I'm here to say, like, that shit's, you know, you can play however you want to play it, so. There's also this notion of what some people refer to as the race car point in a game. The point where you're just trying to shotgun to the end. It's like, you know, they're done with trying to drink in the lore and really savor the experience. It's more about, I just want to get to the end to see how it ends. So there's that point where it's like you're just trying to race through like it's a race car. So, and that's fine too. There's no shame in that either. And yeah, by the time for me at least, Void, yeah, that's exactly it. By the time I get to them, they'll be considered retro. This is one such game that was like enormous when it first came out. But now it's kind of considered retro because it's like 15 years old. Isn't that wild, by the way, to think that PS3 games are kind of retro now, and Xbox 360 is kind of retro. Eventually, PS4 and Xbox One games will be retro. Eventually. Not anytime soon, but shit's kind of weird, right? Also, minigun. Minigun or rockets? I mean, you get a good amount of bullets, but minigun, I don't know. It's just not a very reliable weapon. Rockets are more reliable, so I think we'll stick with that for now. Oh, now why are the replica soldiers disabled? Did Fettel...
Replicas appear to have gone dormant. They've stopped moving.
Oh, so in this part of the game, Fettel got taken out.
We're close to wrapping this up.
Interesting, because yeah, we know that the events of this game run parallel to the main game's story. So by this point, Fettel has been killed by Point Man, F.E.A.R. Point Man. But I have a feeling there's probably quite a bit more to our story with this game, as we're still trying to chase down this one lad.
Finish him off. He's got to be around here. Find the son of a bitch.
They're talking about me then? Check outside, he says. Halo dying sooner? You think the MCC is dying? Well, I mean, I guess it's like if you wanted to play with friends or whatnot, or if you wanted to play like, I mean, you were saying, yeah, it's not necessarily for multiplayer necessarily. If you wanted to play like multiplayer servers, then yeah, that would be a limitation. But the single player game is not going away anytime soon. Yeah, the replica soldiers are gone, but the ATC guys are the opposite of dead. They are quite alive and quite murdery. Got his ass. Nice. Probably it for those guys at least. But otherwise, if it's mostly single player games you're looking for, then yeah, it's like, to be honest, yeah, I guess I really don't have like specific guidance. I would just say to trust whatever feels good to you. I can tell you that whenever I'm trying to pick a game to stream, I tend to very selfishly just pick whatever I'm inspired to play. And that a lot comes down to like what I watch other streamers do. So I've mentioned that I've been watching a lot of people play Diablo 2. I've been watching some people stream and YouTube videos of people playing RimWorld, which has inspired that. My inspiration behind picking this game to stream, just a casual playthrough of, was that I follow a lot of game developers on Twitter, and I observe their discourse about which shooters, game developers for shooters in particular, which shooters inspired them and which game had cool AI or which game had a cool inventory system, or like just the games that they used to draw inspiration from, oftentimes older. Like, obviously there's the obvious ones like Quake and Doom, and then there's games like this and Diablo and Doom 3, which are not nearly as old, but still are somewhat old by many were influenced in a lot of ways. And that discourse, for sure has influenced me, and it's influenced my game choices. So, and it's like, I get that pull where it's like, oh, I really want to play that now. It's like, do I keep playing the thing that maybe might get more views? Like streaming Noita, for instance, was giving me a lot of new viewers, a lot of new followers. But I was like, I don't know if I want to just play this forever, man. I kind of want to play some different stuff eventually. And I'll go back to Noita eventually. That's a game that I will frequently come back to. Much like how RimWorld is something I've streamed previously and I'm coming back to. Same with Diablo 2. I've streamed that a bunch over the past couple of years, and I'm coming back to it again. So, yeah, the good news is you can kind of take it at your own pace, which is nice. Whoops. Let's shut that door. 3 or 4 years old. Yeah, that's exactly it. Yeah, there's emulation. I mean, there's options. So it's like, for single player games at least, a lot of times you have a decent bit of flexibility. But yeah, multiplayer games are the one thing where you do kind of have to, in a sense, strike while the iron is hot in some way at least. Game Pass is sick, but yeah, it's almost too much though, because that's a lot of games. It can be clear. Yeah, that's one thing too. I've observed, I have some friends where they get either they want to play games, or even more so they want to stream games, and they don't know what to stream. It's like they have so many games and so many options, they kind of like, they end up just not playing games at all because they don't know what to play. So they kind of get that like, that too many choice paralysis. Oh, there's a guy right there. It kind of sounds silly, but yeah, the idea of like there's too many choices and the plethora of choices makes it hard to choose, so I will choose nothing and just, not play games or just not stream. And it sounds absurd, but yeah, I mean, I've seen it with several friends, and it's, I can tell it's frustrating for them. Not something I would wish on anybody, obviously, but I know it is a shitty spot to be in. I feel like I have the opposite problem. I want to do everything, and I bounce around so much, so it's hard for me to focus necessarily on a single thing to stream or a single thing to play. But like I'm in the opposite situation. I want to invent more hours in the day so I can do everything, stream everything, play everything, work on all these pet projects. Like I get too much inspiration as opposed to too little. And in this current age of Steam sales and humble bundles where it's so easy to amass a giant library of games, yeah, it can be hard to navigate sometimes. All the Doom games, yeah. Yeah, and then that's the other thing too. Yeah, you play the base games and there's mods for some of these games, and the Doom modding scene is completely bananas nowadays. I mean, it's always been, but it continues to be bananas. So yeah, like playing mods for games, I mean, man, you just open up the floodgates as far as replayability and other possibilities from like the community standpoint. I name dropped RimWorld earlier. Part of the reasons why I'm going to be doing RimWorld is because I want to play with a bunch of mods, and I've got a bunch of mods picked out, and it's a bunch of mods. It's not a crazy amount like there was with Noita. With Noita, I added an irresponsible number of mods. It's a lot in RimWorld, but in RimWorld, I looked, there's legitimately 18,000 mods for RimWorld on Steam, and that doesn't even include stuff that's on GitHub or stuff that's not on Steam. So it's staggering how much there is out there. Just nearly infinite replay value, in addition to the game itself already having a lot of variety. Plus there's the official expansion. It's nutty. And I mentioned Diablo 2. I mean, the reason I'm playing Diablo 2 is because I want to try out Project Diablo, which is a mod, actually. Is that a spider? It's a spider real quick. Okay, it's not. It was thought I saw a spider on my wall, and I was gonna have to deal with him or her. Play newer games interested in, yeah, it's tricky. It's tricky because there are so many games like this one where, I mean, I'd always wanted to play it, but yeah, sometimes I would just forget about it for years on end. And then again, I hear like video game developer Discord or Twitter discourse happening, and I go like, oh fuck, I remember the F.E.A.R games. I always wanted to play those, but I never did. Now maybe it's my chance to do so. So it's like I was reminded by them of their existence rather. But I always knew in the back of my head that I wanted to play them. Just kind of bounce back and forth. Yeah, Spyro Remaster, yeah. Oh yeah, and Pokemon XD, and of course, for someone like yourself, JD, who's someone who really does well with Pokemon, and is very knowledgeable and has played a lot of Pokemon games over the years. The spin-off games like XD, yeah, that's kind of like a whole world of possibilities, because yeah, there's lots of really cool spin-offs that I understand are very well beloved, but not a ton of people played back in the day. So I feel like that's a good like, I'm trying to say, like, there we go. That's a good like source to tap into as far as like game choices and stream choices in your case especially, because you know, playing a series that you know about and are passionate about, like that's a good way to get the. Hold on, I saw a remote bomb. I think I picked it up. Having that passion and familiarity helps a lot when it comes to getting into it, but also being able to stream it and being able to, you know, commentate over it competently. If someone like myself were to play Pokemon XD, I would be like, man, half of my commentary would be like, who is that Pokemon? Because I just don't know. I'm too out of the loop. I'm too old and out of practice. More armor, more health, hell yes. Not a huge fan of the subscription model. Well, I mean, Game Pass is an excellent deal, honestly. I mean, I don't think there's anything wrong with supporting Game Pass. The only downside, I suppose, is that you don't own the games. It's a subscription, so, you know, if the subscription runs out, then you don't have access to the games anymore. But it's great for, like, yeah, playing through games that you might not own otherwise, but are casually interested in playing. It's an excellent deal. It's, like, a really good, from, like, a price, like, bang for your buck perspective, it's excellent. But, yeah, the lack of ownership, I understand, could be an issue for some people.
How the hell does ATC think they're gonna get away with this?
What do they pay these guys?
What?
Well, I sure as shit wouldn't do this for $9 an hour, would you?
Now, granted, $9 an hour in 2007 was, you know, not bad, but nowadays it's, you know, still shitty. Still shitty, obviously. Welcome back, Mr. Goblin. We're doing well, man. We're doing well. We're faring fairly, I like to think, far into this expansion here. This, of course, is still the second expansion. Also looks like they've set detonation charges to blow shit up. It's also worth mentioning that this game, the events of this game take place parallel to the main game. So at this point, Fettel has presumably been taken out because the replica soldiers are dormant now. So that means that now it's just the ATC lads, ouch, and the mercenaries that are new to this expansion. Now, you know, I want to shoot this explosive or smack it, but I have a feeling it would probably not do well for my health and personal well-being. Intense knowledge. It's admirable, JD. I love how knowledgeable you are about the series. Helps with the streams. But yeah, obviously, like yeah, exactly. It's like that can only do so much. Like when it comes to the gameplay, that's a whole other can of worms. Oh fuck! I saw that grenade like just a second too late. Audio got quiet for a second there. Alright, so since I took a big juicy hit earlier, I'm gonna grab that health. Or I think there was some armor at least. Yeah, I'll grab that armor. Armor for days, son. But yeah, turn-based RPGs, yeah, exactly. Like, it can be hard to commentate, and especially if it's a series or a gameplay style that you're not maybe used to a whole lot yourself. It's like, yeah, there's gonna be some wind-up time. More friends! Oh, we got buddies, though. I think there's lads that are helping us out. I am here. And I'm also there. I am everywhere. And I'm also nowhere. Dude, you have so much health.
And let's get out of here. Sergeant, you deal with the renegade. We'll catch Morrison.
Oh, I love the slow-mo voices, man. It makes me happy. Just the voice modulators make me so happy. I know it's not actually a voice modulator. There were other bad guys that do have voice modulators, and it artificially makes their voices sound deep and menacing. Get Morrison out of here. Or whatever he said. The retro motherland. Yeah, GTA 3, Vice City. Yeah, talk about games that are excellent, and also if you have nostalgia for them, can be a great trip down memory lane. I played GTA 3 on stream not too terribly long ago, and that was a nice trip. And yeah, Vice City is the next one on my list as far as the GTA series is concerned. Same with San Andreas, for that matter. Where these fucking jabronis even coming from, man? Can't even see them. It's so dusty. Are they just infinitely spawning in? Because if so, I'm gonna run out of ammo eventually. Get a shotgun. I cannot see shit. Oh, there you are. Modern gaming is shine. I mean, there are, you know, disappointing modern games out there for sure. I mean, we were talking about some the other day how, like, yeah, there have been many very noteworthy cases of, like, games that were, like, hella hyped that launched to be complete garbage. Sometimes they improved, sometimes they did not. You know, Anthem, for me, is, like, the spicy... Oh, look at that fucking dude! Damn, son! He got some sick air. Like, Anthem's a sore subject for me, because, like, that game looks so cool, and, man, it came out to such garbage, and they just gave up on the game. Like, BioWare was like, yeah, we're washing our hands of it. It's really a shame, because it had some cool potential, I think, but... You know, it had such an unfortunate development history where, like, they just didn't know what they wanted to do with the game. Like, they were like, we're gonna make it a squad-based looter shooter with cool, like, Diablo-esque loot tables and whatnot. It's like, no, we're actually gonna make it narrative-based. It's gonna be a single-player game, and there's gonna be, like, a big story and a big fleshed-out universe. And then they're like, no, we're gonna add multiplayer back in, but we're also gonna have a story. And there's going to be less focus on loot, and they just got pulled every which direction. And, like, the developers that were interviewed after the game came out were like, yeah, up until, like, a few months before the game came out, we didn't even know what the game was going to be. Like, no, there was no direction from the top. There was all these, like, power grabs by, like, tech leads and project leads trying to say, like, no, here's what we're going to do. No, here's what we're going to do. Just nobody could agree. Lots of infighting, lots of politics. It's just, you know, these things, there are so many ways where a game can turn out shitty. And it happened to Anthem, which is really a shame. So, I mean, those things do happen, but there's some incredible games coming out now. I mean, Resident Evil 8 just came out, and I haven't played it myself, but I've heard almost universally good things about it. I've heard that the start of Resident Evil 8 is a little bit not everyone's cup of tea. Apparently, it's a little bit slow to get going, but once it gets going, it's apparently, like, some people are saying it's one of the best Resident Evil games, like, in years, at least since 4 at least. Like, it's up there with 4, certainly with 7 as well. And I understand 7 was also universally beloved by many. Well, mostly beloved. So, there are good games, but yeah, like, there has to be a healthy degree of skepticism, maybe, when it comes to, like, getting really hyped over certain games coming out, because, yeah, like, there are so many storied cases of, like, oh man, this game's gonna be the next big thing, and then it comes out and it's like, oh, it's garbage, or it's like, or it's at least disappointing. Like, we talked about Cyberpunk, how, like, I understand for those who have played Cyberpunk, it's apparently, like, not horrible, and there are moments where the game is phenomenal, but there are so many moments where it's a clunky mess. So it's like, that game was so hyped, and CD Projekt Red, and they have such a good track record with excellent games, so it's like, man, what happened, dude? These guys were, like, the next big developers, and then they fucking took a big old dump in the brownie bowl, which is unfortunate. And I hope they can improve it, but, you know, we'll see. So it's like, you have to be a little bit skeptical, or a little bit cynical even, maybe, sometimes. It's because, yeah, modern gaming it's a weird landscape. But, I mean, there were crappy older games, too. You know, there were, Daikatana is, like, a really good example of a game that had so much fucking hype. This is John Romero's next big project. He's the Doom and Quake daddy, so he's gonna, like, knock it out of the park. It's gonna be so hype, and then Daikatana came out, and everybody was like, this game is fucking garbage. History has been a little bit kinder to Daikatana, but that's one such case of, like, man, this is a Rockstar game. It's gonna, not literally Rockstar developer, but, you know, it's made by a big name with a big budget, and it's gonna be amazing, and, like, so much hype. Granted, I was a little bit young for when Daikatana came out, so most of what I know is kind of after the fact, but yeah, it's like, I know that's one such example of, like, an old game that was supposed to be genre defining, honestly. Gaming retro, yeah. Well, of course, there's nostalgia too when it comes to retro gaming. If it's a game that you played, or that I played, or what have you, then yeah, it's like, it's easy to look back fondly on that one, because, you know, there's, like, an emotional attachment too. So that's part of why I play a lot of older games, because it's like safe in that sense. Or I'm playing games that are recommended to me personally, you know, games that people play when they were younger. Like this one, for instance. Trying to shoot your homie behind you. Can't see, there's too much dust. Okay, that I can't actually see, but I think he's dead. I heard a death noise, which is good. God, so much dust. I can't see. Oh, they blew up that thing. No wonder I heard an explosion earlier. Horror turns into action. For Resident Evil 8, that is? Because I understand that Resident Evil 8 is probably similar to 7, where there's a lot of spooky stuff, but there's also a lot of action. Probably more so in 8 in particular. Does some games feel kind of samey? Well, yeah, I mean, there's definitely some of those for sure. I mean, a lot of like big, like huge budget RPGs would definitely have that happen, like you were saying. Some of them feel kind of samey, yeah. I mean, there's a lot of big games coming out that do some cool shit, but you're also right that, yeah, some of them are just kind of formulaic after a while. I will say, when it comes to new games, the sphere, the ecosystem that I've constantly find myself looking to for inspiration is the indie game ecosystem. There's some pretty wild shit being done with indie games that I think are pretty incredible. And obviously indie games can be garbage too, but you can see some very cool experimentation with indie games that really mix it up a bit. So, I mean, there's I would say there's great stuff out there, but you have to kind of be like choosy about where you look. Whoa! You ever just get shot in the head with a gun, so you decide to launch yourself 30 feet in the air? Or in this case, just lose the head entirely. Brutal. You okay? Yeah, he's like, yeah, I'm fine. I just got decapitated a little bit. A little bit of head shooty offy. Whoa, he says. New genres and innovations. Yeah, it's like, I like to think that there's cool stuff being done, but I don't know. Yeah, when was the last time that was like, that something like genre defining happened? Probably either Dark Souls or Battle Royale games like PUBG and Fortnite. Like those are probably the last like giant innovations. I know the big meta right now, and I guess before that was MOBAs, you know, mobile online battle arena games, Dota 2 and League of Legends, those kinds of games. What's the meta right now? I guess the meta right now is like still a little bit of both of those things, but I think the battle royale stuff is falling out of favor a little bit. But I guess I don't know what like the big meta is necessarily right now. A lot of copy paste concepts. There definitely is a lot of that, but I mean, I guess that's always how it's going to be. There's always going to be the imitators. Because I mean, Fortnite in a way was an imitator because it, you know, was just trying to pick up off of PUBG, but then they started doing their own thing too. So it was like a remix on a formula, which was good. It did very well for them, obviously. Dicey Dungeons is pretty good though, yeah. Not too ambitious, yeah, but what it does well, yeah. That matches with what I've heard too. Lots of roguelikes though. Well, that's the thing too. It's like, yeah, it's like the thing with the indie games that there's so many of them, and it can be hard to like navigate through just the sheer quantity. Because yeah, with indie games, if you don't like roguelikes or 2D platformers, it can be hard to navigate. I would say itch.io is where I go for like big weird indie game fixes though, because itch.io is like a fucking Wild West, for better or for worse, with experimentation. So, and oh, I can't open that. What am I doing? Because you know, there's no. Oh, there's the dude.
Where do you think you're going?
You have no idea who you're dealing with.
I don't
What was that
care.
move where he like did the little spin? Ba-ba! Uh-oh.
Son of a bitch.
Uh-oh. It's when that happened. Yeah, this is when that whole thing went down. Alright.
Shockwave!
Oh, I think we're getting bold. Oh, did he shoot him? No, he's fine, he's fine.
Cover.
Can we get to him? Ah, crap.
Come on!
Uh-oh.
Fucking door won't open!
Can I help him blow it up? Or knock it open? There we go. I wonder if this is where the story's gonna end. Or if there's more after this, because this is when the base game ended. Fascinating. Wild shit. Roguelikes feel real low effort. I mean, roguelikes take a lot of energy for sure. I mean, the thing about trying to make an indie game or making a roguelike or something like that is like, for a lot of them, they try. They don't always succeed, but they try to make it stand out. Like, oh, here's our roguelike. It does this, but also this, and also this is like some new take. But yeah, sometimes it's just very derivative. So because just the sheer quantity can be hard to like you know, sift through all of them. But yeah, I would say like if you know where to look and if you have like people to give recommendations, there's some wild shit that I've got a whole folder in my hard drive full of like weird indie games that I do want to stream at some point. A lot of indie games are better. Yeah, I mean they're certainly more creative. I mean sometimes they're less polished. I mean, you know, you could grab like an indie shooter off of itch.io and it'll be less polished than like Overwatch, obviously, but you'll get some weird shit for better or for worse. The roguelike tag. Well, there's a problem with that. Yeah, like the tag system on Steam, because there's two tags that get abused: roguelikes and immersive simulators. Like immersive simulator used to mean games like Stalker Shadow Chernobyl or System Shock 2, these kinds of games that were not always shooters, but mostly were shooters, where it was like this overarching universe that sometimes had a horror slant. This game could be considered an immersive sim in some ways, but then if you check the immersive sim tag on Steam, you get like soccer games. It's like that's fine, but that's like a different kind of sim. This immersive sim, I guess because the genre name is so, well, generic, as the word genre would imply. It's so vague, it's kind of hard to like suss it out fully. But yeah, it's just like Void said, yeah, like it just muddies the waters. It makes it harder to find like, no, I want something more targeted, but this targeted term has such high marketability to it. It just kind of falls apart. So it's frustrating. I've heard It Takes Two is incredible. Yeah, I've heard It Takes Two is really, really fucking wild. Like does some really wild stuff, like some very cool innovation. And I don't think that was like a AAA game. I think it was not a small, like super small studio, but you know, relatively small studio. So yeah, more another chuck in the column of like non-giant AAA games. Because yeah, like, you know, the next, yeah, I mean, this is not to shit on BioWare or Bethesda or whatnot. It's not to say that they're garbage, but yeah, it's hard to find innovation at those giant big companies where their bottom line is more focused on how do we make products that more people will like, as opposed to how do we, you know, like try to push things forward. Because you know they're beholden to market holder or to shareholders, right? It's less about like doing things because they want to, and more because, like, you know, their publisher is breathing down their neck to say this game better sell this many copies or get this high of a Metacritic score, or else, like, you know, or else we'll pull the plug on the next project. So it's like, you know, once you got big money involved, that marketability is tricky. So I don't know. It's tricky. It's tricky to navigate, and game development is hard. There's so many ways projects can go off the rails. I mean, Void and I, we're both software developers, so neither of us are in game development specifically, but like, you know, we have seen how software development without even game development can go off the rails, and it does all the time. But then you add in the pressure of game development. It's like, fuck, man. How do games get made at all when game development is such a sounding like it's such a shitty industry to work in? Like it's a miracle any games get made, because it just sounds like such an unfriendly place. The Zelda style roguelike, yeah. Is that
Here's the
there's one
situation.
JD was telling me about.
Rains didn't make it underground, and the radio's out. Piece of
I hope
shit.
Rain's okay.
Get
Spike
moving.
Spiegel, that is.
Still have a job to do. I'm not gonna let that asshole get away.
Rogue Heroes, yeah, that's the one. Rogue Heroes. Because yeah, JD, you were telling me about it too. So that's now two people who have given me the Rogue Heroes recommendation. Devastation, by the way. So we survived. I lived, bitch. And so that means this now takes place in the events after the events of the base game, and presumably before or during the events of the first expansion now. So maybe the replica soldiers will come back alive at some point.
I think we're in the old underground metro area. It was destroyed by a big earthquake, and the new city was built on top. Took my kids on the tour last summer. I've never been to this section.
Oh yeah, this is looking very much like the first expansion areas, and we know that, yeah, it was a subway. Did you just cut himself on the glass or something? Oh yeah. Oh no. We all know what's gonna happen, man. We're gonna find the fucking psychic lads. You all know this is gonna lead to bad shit to our boy.
Wonder when this shit happened.
Man, wasn't I just saying I'm glad that they haven't murdered all the friends we've made in this game yet, and then here we all know what's gonna happen. Now, actually, before I go that way, there was a downstairs area I want to check out real quick. Was this it? How'd I get here? Yeah. There was this. Here we go, yeah. More health. As that thing flies out at me. Armor, apparently. Found armor. Okay, I guess that's it. Go back up there. Something's blocking the door. Okay, well, let's go back up then. Hopefully our friend hasn't been murdered in the time it took me to explore a little bit. Deviating off the beaten path and such. Anytime you see the blood Triforce, that's when you know shit's about to get weird and scary with those lads. Some big ones looking forward to. What are the big ones you're looking forward to, Mr. JD? Oh, Metopia, yeah, no, honestly, I'm tempted for Metopia. I've heard it's like a hot meme, but apparently the game is way more fun than it had its itty business being. Oh boy. FOV. Sorry, I was just getting my skull crushed by spooky somethings. Like they took our head and just went scrunched it down. But no, Metopia, apparently it's fucking incredible. Like a really that's not incredible. Like just a really fun and dumb game, especially when you get to like make your own characters as villains, make your own Miis as villains and heroes, and just the ridiculous situations that pop up as a result. It apparently is a lot of fun, and I kind of want to stream it and like make Miis based on others' recommendations and like name them after viewers or whatnot. I mean, we talked about that with Rimworld as well, but like, I just feel like imagine the possibilities, man. Okay, yeah. See, this is more akin to what I was expecting. Lots of. Whoa. Did that corpse just get up and walk away? There was a corpse there. He left his gun, I guess, which I guess that's good. The demo's good, yeah. Yeah, apparently Metopia is like, I feel bad I never played the original, but like now's my chance. Also, I like how this like, yeah, this access to this old subway area, like they got cut off by an earthquake. There was like a cave in and whatnot. So yeah, they just built on top of it. They just sealed it off and just built over it. Doesn't London have something similar? There's like some like old ancient London underground area that they just sealed it off and just built on top of it, and you can like still see small little semblances of it in like small places. Skullcrusher, yeah, that's exactly what it was. It was the fear, if you will, name drop of the game, the fear of these spooky things. Now there's the fucking blood door. Also, where'd our homie go? I kind of fucked off without him. Maybe I shouldn't have. Oh yeah, Tales of, that's right. Yeah, Tales of Arise, Breath of the Wild 2, of course. Mario Golf does look incredible. I don't know about Kena though. I don't know that one. Mario Golf looks incredible. I'm excited for Mario Golf. And I'm not a huge golf guy, but yeah, 100% with you on that one. Yeah, Mr. Clean, the Pringles guy. There's fucking like Tommy Wiseau memes. Like it's pretty nutty, honestly. Whoa, Corey, I'm gonna ask you to dial it down. Dial down the spooky meter. Corey, you know, I turned 32 a couple months back. You know, I'm an old, aging lad. You know, I've got a frail heart, so I'm gonna ask you to dial down the spooky meter. I don't want to fucking keel over on stream from overdosed on getting spooked out. Whew, that's some, buddy. I'm getting the skeletal vapors. All right. I'm entering the Blood Triforce Zone. Last time we saw the Blood Triforce Zone, they murdered everybody we ever knew and loved. So that's pretty cool. Oh yes, the two lads. Oh, hello. Uh-oh. Oh Jesus. Are you bad? Oh, Jesus.
Where the fuck have you been?
Sorry for shooting you. I got scared.
Let's go.
I was like, dude,
I can figure that explosion triggered a massive
I was so scared.
You know, I don't know what the fuck is going on.
Yeah, same, honestly.
You take point.
Dude, I thought that guy already got murdered. I was like, I'm gonna like enter a room and he's gonna have his head fucking ripped off and shoved into his dick hole or something. I mean, the night is young. There's horrible things could still happen to our friend here. I don't want that to. Okay. You alright? Alright.
Way beyond the briefing now. Definitely through the looking glass.
So it went that away. This creature. It looked like there was a clever obscural of the genitalia area, so maybe that's how there was like some kind of like misty fog covering the nether region, so maybe they're trying to make this more or less family friendly. Oh yeah, platonic, yeah.
Sandwiches.
I have no idea. I do know about pork chop sandwiches. Was he like, what was that? I did, it was pork chop sandwiches. I'm hearing it now, though. Whoa, oh, these fuckers, okay. Yeah, these guys are annoying. They're not, like, terrifying, but they are annoying. It's fucking, like, invisigoblins.
Over there!
Over there? Over where? No, you're supposed to say under there, and then I say underwear, and you go, got him!
Get out of here.
Dude, don't just rush out. You know what's gonna happen if you just rush out. Dude, I'm... Whoa! Uh-oh. Dude, you got a lady? You got a naked lady? Okay, you know what? This gives me a time to explore. I can delay the inevitable as long as possible. But eventually I'll have to confront the fact that our boy is probably about to get violently fucking murdered. Like Holiday in the previous game. That shit was like distressing, man. Watching Holiday get fucking ripped to shreds, it was like I've been around the block. I've played a game or two with some spicy marinara coming out of dead bodies, you know, some jelly, some strawberry jam emanating from a corpse, but like, whew, that was like upsetting. That was like, damn, dude. I was not expecting to watch a man just get fucking eviscerated. And like, and it was like so violent. It was like so angry. Like, dude, what did that dude do to them, man? What did that dude do to make them so mad? Like, you don't just kill a dude like that in a video game unless you've like, they did something that was like really pissed off worthy. So it's like, damn, son, that guy just got bad. But you're right though, Corey. Yeah, now I know. Maybe that's the way to test all characters we meet now, is if I try to shoot them in the face, do they die or do they live? That's the test now. It's like the moral test, if they're good or bad. Stuck in the subway, yeah, I'm thinking that too. I mean, we're already here. Whoa, okay. You're on your own, homie. Good luck. Yeah, in the previous expansion, we spent a good deal of time in the subway, and I guess, yeah, it was like an old subway system that is no longer
Hold on,
in
I'll be
service.
right down.
You got some, okay, no, it's fine. It's like, no, maybe it's me. I'll be right down, he says. Uh-oh. It's not good.
You want a piece of me? Come on, motherfucker!
I'm trying to get to you, homie. Oh, Jesus.
That was almost
Perfect.
as bad as fucking Amarillo.
Alright, so I've heard legends about Amarillo. Is this like the Half-Life 2 cat? What cat? It's like, when they're like, yeah, we hopefully we won't have any teleporting mishaps like that cat. And then Alex is like, I'm sorry, the what? The fucking what? And then they're like, yeah, anyway, into the teleporter. Alex is like, I'm sorry, what cat? What happened?
Morrison's getting away. Somebody's got my leg.
You look a little...
Something's got my leg!
You look a little, not so great. Uh-oh. Yeah, so, uh-oh. Okay, alright. I mean, I can deal with you. Oh, fucking hell. I can deal with you assholes. But that was about what I'd expected, more or less. It actually wasn't quite as gruesome as what happened to Holiday, but it was still like, you know, legitimate blood-curdling screams. And we watched one of our only friends just die in front of us while we were helpless to stop them. Or to help them, rather. So I don't know what he fought. I'm guessing he was fighting these invisible lads. And he was like pretty messed up. But yeah, then that shit happened. We've actually seen something like that happen previously to someone else, where like something grabbed their leg and like pulled them through. But in this case, it like pulled him into like a singularity, and he just got fucking black holed into nothingness or something. So I'm gonna guess That's what killed him. And it, I think, hurt us. We took some shield damage, or armor damage. We didn't take any health damage. It's like still trying to kind of pull me a little bit. You stand right here, like right on it. It's still kind of like, just like a bit of a gravitational pull to it, interestingly enough. So yeah, those guys. I don't think those were the Psychic Glads, though. I think that was something else. Because the Psychic Glads we've seen before, yeah, they just fucking murder people horribly. Yes, there went Shin, one of our two only friends in this unforgiving world of a video game. The good news is that we have one more friend to get violently murdered, so that's pretty cool. And yeah, we're now getting into very much spooky zone. We'll probably have action zone again eventually, but right now it's big time spooky times. Not to be confused with small time spooky times. Also, I'm grateful that we have a much more... Interesting. We have a much more versatile flashlight that lasts a lot longer, because in the previous games it was like kind of rough. Do I let myself get grabbed? Like, I guess it's good to kill those, I guess? Look kind of like the nurse. It kind of did, yeah. The nurse with like the weird kind of carved up face. We've seen that with the doctors too. The doctors, or I guess like lab coat guys, at least scientists, that have similar like non-faces, like smoothed, almost like they're wearing a mask, like a skin mask face. Scarecrow face. Oh, oh, that's a really good comparison, JD. Redeads, absolutely. Like some kind of flesh golem, yeah, I could see that too. I like the comparison to Redeads. That's very fitting, unfortunately. They'll die in the yeah. So, Goblin, if I ever get to meet you in real life, then we'll both be monka-essing at each other constantly. Oh, okay, I know he wasn't, but I was hoping that he was T-posing aggressively. Yes, I don't know if it's good to do that, or if it doesn't matter. I'm telling myself I'm killing bad guys. It's revenge for what they did to our boy. He should have just fired his gun straight down, but I guess his legs were getting deleted, so I can't blame him for not knowing how to handle such a panic-inducing situation. That's the one reason, yeah. Also has something to do with, you know, living on different parts of the country, but that's another big part of it, too. Neither of us want to get murdered horribly. Check out this, like, old-timey little carriage. Is that more spooky time? Oh, that's when our buddy got killed. Never mind. It's all spooky times. It's all spooky times? Always was. Holding gun. Scary alert sounds, yeah. Yeah, I was watching Grovan earlier. He was playing, that other spooky game I was talking about earlier. What is it called? It dies the... I can't remember what it's called. Fuck, I said it earlier and I can't remember what it is. But he was playing another spooky game earlier, and yeah, he had jump scare alerts, and jump scare alerts on top of an already scary game is like giant spooky time central, which I can appreciate. See, I see this light. I thought I heard something behind me. It's just these things moving. Yeah, I remember watching Praise That Moon, another streamer friend. She was playing Alien Isolation back around October of last year in Halloween times. She was playing Alien Isolation with additional jump scare alerts set up. And I understand that is a terrifying fucking game already, so adding additional spooky times in addition to what is already a harrowing experience, it's like, I respect the desire to make an experience even more stressful and anxiety-inducing. I don't know if I have that much of a constitution to be able to do that or handle it myself, but I can certainly appreciate it. Oh, Jesus. Speaking of which. And again, we never really kill those guys, I don't think, at least. They just kind of wink out of existence, but I have a feeling they're probably, if they do die, it's not, like, obvious to me. Just kind of pop out, but these things may or may not actually exist. They might be, like, some kind of psychic astral projection, so it's hard to say. Yeah, I'm in the same boat, JD. I think I would like it, but I feel like I have to be in the right mood for a game like that because I know it is incredibly stressful. Like, the jump scare panic moments are apparently quite legit, and I would scream like a little girl and pee my pants so many times over. Like, I would piss myself so much, I'd have to, like... I would be like, guys, I need to, like, rehydrate, because I'm, like, trying to piss and there's nothing in there. I would need more pissing myself fuel. Moldy couches, check. Old furniture, check. Locked spooky cobweb riddled doors, you got it. And we just talk about, by the way, the framing of that sequence earlier with Chin. How we all knew it was going to happen. We saw the blood Triforce on the door. We saw the visions of the psychic lads. We had that sequence where like they were like crushing our skulls with their psychic power. It's like we had all these indications that he apparently couldn't see or hear or feel that we were seeing. And of course the player has probably played the first expansion, so we all know it's going to go down. But like with just this sense of dread that you just can't get past. I wonder if that's the way to go. Yeah, this is most clearly the way to go. Where does this lead, if it leads anywhere? Wait, have I already been here? This is caved in. It's hard for me to know which is the right way to go. Scariest game, yeah. I have a couple friends who really loved it, but yeah, we're genuinely terrified by it. Void and Corey and myself, we all went to college together, and we have a mutual friend. His name is Weston. He's probably the biggest Alien fan that I know. This feels like I'm going the right way. Let's go the other way real quick. I'm gonna check that other door. But Weston is perhaps like the biggest Alien, like sci-fi fan that I know. And he loves sci-fi horror, cosmic horror, that kind of stuff. So Alien is his vibe. And he told me one time that he played Alien Isolation once, and he played it in VR. And he was like, I have two takeaways from playing Alien Isolation in VR. One is that is the definitive way to play it, and that that's like the only way I could play it going forward. And two, I cannot fucking handle that game. I'm never gonna play it again. Like, it was too fucking terrifying. And I'm like, damn, it was too much for Weston. Then oh Jesus, my flashlight burnt out. It intentionally burnt out, yeah. So was that Shin? Was that someone else? I don't know. Could it have been the dude from the first game? The base game that disappeared early on? Hard to say. Yeah, so apparently, yeah, in VR it's like the definitive experience, and apparently it's like just beyond fucking intense. So, and of course I don't have a VR headset. I keep thinking I'll get one eventually. Of course, they're still kind of expensive. But I keep telling myself that I'll get one eventually. There are games that I want to play, for sure. So, it's one of those, like, eventually once they're affordable enough and once they're like, the hardware has evolved to a point that I feel comfortable. Because I know it's still a little bit jankety, but it's gotten a lot better over the past couple of years. Yeah, I mean, I enjoy horror games, but I feel like I probably do have a limit to what I can handle comfortably, at least. So yeah, that shit can get pretty gnarly, honestly. We get these guys again. Oh, yeah, we've seen these guys, these legless ghoul lads that get summoned and like physically harm us when they touch us, when they reach us. So they're not like, it's not like we're hallucinating. They actually exist. In the game, at least. And this is usually a sign that we're getting close to either Alma or those psychic monster lads. Epileptrus? Oh, I remember that one, Void. Yeah. And the Tetris kind of game jam that a bunch of us participated in. That's right, yeah. Yeah, Weston, I've name dropped him on a number of occasions while streaming just because Void, I'm sure you would agree, he's one of the smartest dudes fucking ever, but also he has such a unique and talented skill set. He obviously is an excellent developer, but he's a talented artist. He's into like 3D animation, 3D modeling. Has like a encyclopedic knowledge of lots of horror and sci-fi things. It's like the dude he's kind of one of these like wonder kinds that is just kind of good at everything he does. And it's like you want to hate him because it's like, god damn it, he's good at everything. What a son of a bitch. But he's also like a really chill and like really nice and cool dude to hang out with. So it's like, god damn it. Can't you have some fallibility, please? Can't you have something that doesn't make you completely awesome? I guess his only foil is that he's allergic to eggs, which makes me, I feel bad for him because I love eggs. And it makes any kind of baked good, you know, hard to eat. And there's lots of dishes that are pretty much impossible to enjoy with that. So it makes it tricky. Yo, F.E.A.R, what's up, friend? We're playing some F.E.A.R Perseus Mandate, a little game you've probably heard of before. This game is, of course, incredible. We just had Chin fucking die in a horrible graphic way in front of us, and it was not quite as traumatizing as Holiday's death in the first expansion, but it was still pretty spicy. It's good, though. This game's incredible. I feel like this expansion is probably a little bit more action-y and less horror-y than the first expansion, than Extraction Point, but it's still really solid. Unsurprisingly, honestly. Some of the scariest games were like really, like VR chat maps? I'm not surprised that there's some really good VR chat maps that are like super spooky. I'm not surprised that there's some pretty cool ones. I've never played VR chat, and again, I don't have a VR headset, but if I were to, VR chat would be a regular thing because, yeah, I'm sure it's quite the experience. Thank you for joining, though. We got our Empress. We got Living Through August. Thank you for being here, friends. We're playing some Perseus Mandate. This is my first time playing through the F.E.A.R games. This is, of course, the second expansion to the first game. And I've loved all of them. I've been kind of shotgunning through the first game and its expansions lately, and they've been great. And sufficiently terrifying in many points. It's excellent. Thank you, F.E.A.R, for that rate. And how was your stream, by the way? For those who don't know, if you enjoy this game and you want to watch more people play it, F.E.A.R is a speedrunner for F.E.A.R, at least the base game and or the expansions. And she's an excellent streamer, and we rated her on Tuesday, I think. So thank you for hitting us back as well, F.E.A.R. It was very generous of you. Yeah, and I've heard that as well. I've heard that, yeah, that the two expansions are not considered canon, which on the one hand is kind of a bummer because I think there's some interesting lore and story things that are done, but also it means that like the dudes and dudettes we see that get murdered in these games, like the NPC friends we have, it's like, okay, at least they get another shot in the main games, like the mainline series. I know that this game in particular, Perseus Mandate, you're playing as a separate F.E.A.R operative that just so happens to have the same bullet slowdown powers, but it's like the events in this game or this expansion run alongside the main game and it's the first expansion, so it's like a separate F.E.A.R guy that has the bullet time. Thank you, our Empress, for that follow, by the way. Thank you for that, my friends, because yeah, this is incredible. whole series is incredible. 100% agreed. Oh, Valhalla, yeah, the bartender game, yeah, the sci-fi bartender, cyberpunk bartender game. How was it, by the way? That was a noise. Actually, give me one sec. Let's do it quick. For anybody curious, by the way, I want a quick and easy link to F.E.A.R's chat, or channel rather. There's a link in the chat right there. Everybody can see. All people can see all things. Whoop, more of these friends. Well, they're not very friendly, but there's lots of them. There we go. There's probably more where that came from. When there's one or two, there's like 4 or 5 usually. Was mystified by the, yeah, I mean, this game of course is so incredible, but then you watch like a speed run for a game like this and it kind of like takes the game apart in different ways, which I always enjoy learning about, like, you know, seeing a speed run for a game like this where it kind of becomes a very different game, like a different experience overall when there's a speed run, because yeah, it's like you're kind of pushing the game to its limits, so to speak. It's excellent though, excellent, yeah, no, it's, yeah, kind of a visual novel of sorts, but I've heard it's incredible, yeah. Very inclusive without being overbearing. That's good. That's awesome. Yeah, I've heard a lot of good things. I think I do own it on Steam, I think. This is one of the, I think, a replica soldier. Of course, replica soldiers are, for the time being at least, disabled. I wonder if we're going to see them become re-enabled, though. This is only one way to find out. I want to go that way, but I also want to see what's down this way. They might lead back to the, yeah, they just connect to the same areas. And I'm glad to hear you're enjoying it. Do you think you'll stream more of it, F.E.A.R? Spooky flickering lights. I have full health, by the way. A rare sight to see in this game. More piss. More piss water. Excellent. I mean, it's not actually piss, but might as well be. Come down here and fight me, you fool. See, that noise was just where I was like, was that to the side? What was that? It's usually there's like groups of them, so it pays to be on one's guard. Collectors. Oh, the physical copy? Yeah, yeah, excellent. Okay, yeah, still not jumping far. That's excellent. Oh, I was like, I heard a noise that sounded like a Minecraft pickaxe noise or something. It was like a little ding. If you listen close, you can hear them spawn in, I suppose, as they jump off of. They jump off of things. Guys are not open. Oh, it's because there's stuff blocking me. Go. Oh, yes. Here, can I place a phone call? Oh, okay, never mind. Oh, phones are a myth. Oop. Oh, I was gonna see if I could twist that wheel. Only one way to go then. Yeah, can't jump on that, yeah. I want to jump around like those guys on the steel beams. The steel memes. Only I had some jet fuel to melt them. One of you guys again. Well, again, I don't know if this is good to do. But I will intentionally get that so I can kill their asses. I don't know if I'm actually killing them, but I tell myself I'm exacting revenge, rather. The voice gets, yeah, exactly. Any kind of game that has a lot of, if you're reading it out loud, then yeah, it has a lot of dialogue. Can be very tiresome on the voice. It's a good sign. Yeah, that's not scary or anything. It's fine. Did you guys know that fluorescent lights just do that all the time? They just rip themselves off their fixtures for no good reason. It was you. You did it. You did it. I knew it. You and his accomplice. It was an inside job. We have to crack that open, can't we? No, we cannot. What time is it? Oh, fuck, it's after 1. Oh, shit. I'll go a little bit longer. We'll get to the end of whatever this level is. Whoop. I'll go and ask you, F.E.A.R, what you think, how long you think I have in this game? Oh, more of that, yep. Because if you think I'm, like, on the last level, then I might just power through it, but I would assume we've probably got a bit to go. Because the events of the base game have happened, you know, where F.E.A.R was presumed dead. The replica soldiers are disabled, temporarily at least. But, I mean, we all know that in the first expansion, shit gets weird again. So these rats have so much physical presence, they're just smacking barrels or buckets around. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, like doing the whole game. Yeah, that would be absolutely exhausting. Like, beyond exhausting. Without any warm-ups. Yeah, oh, I'm sure that's like... I'm sure that's a huge strain, for sure. I got you. And it's totally fine if no one's sure off the top of their head. Another one of those, by the way. And of course, it's positioned such where we kind of have to just accept it. Oh, there's armor right there. It seems like they don't do a ton of damage. They damage our armor, but they don't damage our health exactly, so it's not that bad or even that scariness. So the first time it's kind of jarring, though. Oh, I was shooting at the shadow. Not his little glowy eyes. Don't shoot until you see the reds of their glowy little red eye friends. Eyeballs. We haven't seen a human target in a minute. And all zombie friends. Whatever these things could be called. Apparitions. It's also, and I'm wondering out loud here, I'm wondering how those ghouls that get summoned that like fly towards you, that either Alma or the psychic lads are summoning, I always note how their legs have been like cut off at the kneecaps, and how those lads that we just fought just now, the dudes that like suck you into their little holes, and they claw at you. When they took out Shin, he was talking about how like it's like he's got my legs. I wonder if like their victims get turned into those ghouls, which makes me wonder if we'll see a ghoulified version of Chin, or if we already have. If that was the vision we had earlier when we went to that one dead end spot with that all the blood on the floor. There was like some like humanoid figure that was like jittery near us, but then, you know, disappeared after a few seconds. Hard to say. Whoa! Oh, Jesus! Okay, well, got more friends. Got more friends, and I'm not surprised that they're very curious about where we're going and what we're doing. I imagine it's good practice. Yeah, I'm just sure it's also a lot of you know, strain for sure. Because I mean, yeah, practice is one thing, but obviously you don't want to overexert yourself, because you know that can be uncomfortable. But yeah, I mean, yeah, endurance and such. I mean, it's good to get practice in and such. Welcome back, clowns. Good to see you, friend. I like your screen name, by the way. It's good to see you. Perseus Mandate is continuing to be an excellent time, even though it is genuinely terrifying. It's good terrifying. That's probably the way to go. All right, so I'm gonna turn around. There's gonna be something spooky, right? Oh, okay. In a game like this, it's like you get to the end of a hallway. I'm like waiting for this game to just shit my pants. It just opens up my pants, takes a big old dump inside of them, puts it back on me, and I don't even notice. It's gonna happen. Practice and sprints. Yeah, exactly.
Get me the fuck out of here.
Oh, you're still here. I had hoped that guy got fucking bamboozled earlier. Oh, Jesus. Ain't that some shit how our buddies got fucking murdered, or at least one of our buddies got murdered. Yeah, this jabroni out here is still fucking off without a care in the world. So it's like the, you know, the bad guys haven't had their comeuppance yet. Maybe he will at some point. Maybe someone's gonna get his ass. Someone or something. So far, he's escaped. 2 hours at most, yeah. Alright, so we probably have to raise the water level. 3 hours is, yeah, that's a long time too, especially if you're streaming. It's one of my favorite words, and I'm trying to incorporate it more into my lexicon. I would say jabroni doesn't have to necessarily be an insult. I pretty much use jabroni as like a stand-in for the word dude or guy or person of questionable intent. But yeah, usually it's all about delivery, right? It's all about how the word is wielded. We heard a noise, by the way, a whale call of sorts. But yeah, if I'm out here, if I say to you, dear viewer, it's like, hey man, I'm just your average jabroni playing video games, you know, whatever. Then it's like, hey, he's like, yeah, I'm just an average dude. But if I'm like, yo, that fucking jabroni over there, it's like I'm saying that he's like a dingus or like an idiot. So it's all about context. Context matters, as we say. Okay, sounds good, Goblin. Thanks again for hanging out, man. I know it's getting late. Getting late into the AM. Or early into the AM, I suppose. Technically. Full health. Still. Despite everything that's gone down. Okay, the replica soldiers are still powered down for now, although I have a feeling that will probably not last. Part of me, I'm gonna leave them. I'm gonna leave them there. That might be a bad idea. I think it's spookier if I leave them there, even though I know they're gonna like snap back to life the second I go through that door over there. I don't know that, but it seems likely. You guys cool? We good? You good? You good, fam? Alright. Be on your best behavior. Stay in school. Eat your vegetables or something.
We've got Morrison.
They got him? Oh, which means they've secured him.
Check
Yeah,
it.
not like he's a hostage. What's this guy doing? Yeah, because he's on their side. He's on the mercenary side. So probably means we're almost done with spooky times, and we're about to be on with murder times. Now would be an interesting time for these lads to snap back to reality. Whoops, there goes gravity. You will check it out.
Take cover.
Oh, I was gonna say, I don't know where they're coming from. Oh.
Target in
I was gonna say, I know there's a lad over here. I mean, I don't know that. Whoa, action flip. Oh, action death. Sick backflip, homie. I've got wounded. You've got dead. Oh, you're right here. Gonna melee him. No, I won't.
Lost him.
Oh, I got lost you, man. Pulped his ass. Have they called me sweetheart yet? That is yet to happen. And I'm a little bit sad about that. I kind of wish that they would. I feel like I'm missing out now. I wonder where they would have taken more. I mean, they were kind of walking this way, like meandering even this way. I bet that's not the last we've seen of him. I bet he will have his comeuppance at some point. Hopefully sooner than later. Smarter Java. Delicious.
Get down.
Oh, more friends. Be a shame if a grenade were to happen, wouldn't it?
Reinforcements.
That was a good sound.
Take cover.
Not done yet, though. Yep. Something else flew towards me. Maybe it was a body part, an appendage that we severed.
Fire. I need backup now.
I can't really see what I'm doing. There's so much dust. I'm just listening for the things that sounds like death grunts. Like, arr! That's usually a good sign. I thought there was a person standing there. I'm still like activated, man. Those spooky moments still got me good. Yeah, it's cause it's favoritism towards F.E.A.R. I mean, when you speedrun the game, you play the game a lot, so maybe they're like, hey, it's her. It's our friend. It's like they recognize you. Welcome to F.E.A.R speedruns, where everyone knows your name. Oh, that's sweet of you to say, G. You know, I appreciate that you've been around for so much of it. I know that I've mentioned that I acknowledge that I play these games kind of slow. You know, I tend to really drink in games like this, and I explore a lot to find all the hidden, try to find the hidden power-ups and all that jazz, and like the hidden optional sequences of like spooky things. Like I try to drink it all in, and I know it's kind of slow-paced sometimes. It's not everyone's vibe. And of course, you know, I do notice, I'm not bothered by it, but I notice that the view count's a little bit lower than it usually is, and I'm fine with it. Like, I don't mind it. But I appreciate that there are folks that are willing to experience the game along with me, because it's a really good game. And again, I'm playing the version that's on Steam. I'm using a few modernized fixes to allow for 60 FPS to run fairly smoothly, and in the case of the previous expansion and the base game, I'd use a widescreen resolution fix to allow for widescreen resolutions. And I'm using the longer address aware, the LAA, to situation, he calls it. I use the LAA fix to allow for more than 2 gigs of RAM to be used at any given time.
Where's my backup?
Is he dead? I think he's dead. So, you know, there's a few things that I have to do, didn't have to do, but chose to do to make the game run a little bit smoother. But otherwise, I mean, this game's incredible. It's worth playing. If you're like me and you never played it, like, there's no better time than to get started than now, because it is an excellent series. At least for the first game and its 2 expansions. The sequels, I know, are not everyone's favorite, but still. This first game and its expansions are worth the price of admission alone. Yeah, I've heard the ending of 2. I don't know exact details, but I know enough to know that it is genuinely distressing. And when I eventually stream F.E.A.R 2, because I will eventually stream it, I will have copious like content warnings in the title and elsewhere, just be like, as apparently the end in particular, like the ending, when obviously I won't know when it's about to happen, but I will probably be able to guess. A lot of times with games like this, you can tell when you're getting close to the end, so I'll make sure it's like very well understood. It's like there is some bad shit, and it can be incredibly traumatic for people who've like, you know, been exposed to this kind of content before. It's like, you know, I don't want to spoil it obviously, and I also don't want to mention it by name just because it's not good, but yeah, apparently the ending to F.E.A.R 2 is like genuinely distressing. Also, this looks familiar. Remember this lad? Or maybe it was a different lad, but I could have sworn it was the same corpse. Oh. Okay, those lights broke out. Is the corpse gonna move like the last one did? Yep, same fucking thing. It's the same dude. He slumped down the same shit. Same shit, same way. It's all too familiar. Exploring, yeah. No, and it's definitely how I enjoy playing it. I just know it's not always very fun to watch, necessarily. You know, sometimes it's kind of boring to watch someone take it so slow. The very, very end, yeah.
Thank God. I'm guessing Chen didn't make it. Shit.
Yeah, I watched him die and it was fucking
Explosion
brutal.
took everything offline. I don't hold out much hope for
At least Spike's still alive.
Near as I can figure, they were in an
Yeah, we saw this in the
when it exploded.
near the beginning of the first expansion. This downed airplane, man.
I'm heading your way. Keep after Morrison. I want to question that son of a bitch personally.
Poisonally. Which weird that. Yeah, no, I don't blame you. Like I said, it's apparently quite not so great. Oh, some armor in a dumpster. Who would throw out a perfectly good set of Kevlar, man? Shit's expensive, I think. I wonder if we'll get to like cross paths with primary F.E.A.R guy, because we're bonus F.E.A.R man. I wonder if we get to like see or like hear like gunshots in a distance of like F.E.A.R good guy from like F.E.A.R point man from the first game and the first expansion. Because this game, Perseus Mandate, I understand it involves a second team with a second point man. That's the same superpowers, just, you know, different dude. Fearlicious, thank you, Murdercrats. Hope you're doing well. Thank you for the dab and the cringy noise. I try my best. Trek to the mailbox. Oh, baby. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, especially when it's like 1:30 a.m. for us. Central time zone dwellers. They're alive. These guys are, of course, deactivated. One of them's alive. Hello? Can I interact with anybody? I mean, I'm glad not literally everybody is dead. Most everyone is dead. And he looks hella traumatized. Alright, well, I was like, can I like offer him an assistance of some variety, or a warm cup of tea, or a hug or something? Guess we're going our own way. And that is where we're going to end for the night, friends, because it is getting late. Although I think we're getting fairly close to the end. I would guess that we're probably... Let's see, the previous expansion had 6 intervals, including an epilogue. So this means we're either approaching, like, pretty close to the end. The difference here is that there are some bonus missions after the main story is done in this expansion.